Relaxing in the sunshine, grilling, drinking, wasting time nowhere I'd rather be than right here. Yeah, hanging with my best friends, diving in the deep end, grabbing me another beer. Yeah, I see you walking up. All I can think about is telling you charcoal top. You're looking hotter, looking good, sitting by the water. Those legs, that smile, turning me on. Come on, think it's time I should be taking you home. I know the drinks are cold and the breeze feels good. We're all getting buzzed just like we should. The sun's going down, things are heating up. Yeah, it sounds like some summer love. Sunshine so fine, everything is going right. I find myself making a beeline over your way, 'cause it's getting late. Been watching all day, so girl, I gotta say that the charcoal's hot, but you're looking hotter, looking good, sitting by the water. Those legs, that smile, turn me on. Come on, think it's time I should be taking you home. I know the drinks are cold and the breeze feels good. We're all getting buzzed just like we should. The sun's going down, things are heating up. Yeah, it sounds like some summer love. No one out here is looking good as you, and I know I've told you a time or two. That the charcoal's hot, but you're looking hotter, looking good, sitting by the water. Those legs, that smile, turning me on. Come on, think it's time I should be taking you home. I know the drinks are cold and the breeze feels good. We're all getting buzzed just like we should. The sun's going down, things are heating up. Yeah, it sounds like some summer love. Yeah, it sounds like some summer love.
Nah, let me in, what? Nah, stop playing, bruh. Nah, back on the bullshit, backpack full of marijuana, smoking all of it. Nah, homie, that's the bro code. Two different styles and they both fucking cold. Ayy, nah. Back on a bullshit, backpack full of marijuana, smoking all of it. Nah. Homie, that's the bro code. Two different styles and they both fucking cold. Titties, music, weed, that's life. 3 tabs on my tongue, I'm tripping tonight. Good vibes, only loyalty, some real ties. Fuck a friend, I got my brothers and they all down the ride. Hey, fuck your baby mama and your sister, I'm a dog. Shit, I'm off that motherfucker leash, I ate the message raw. Making all these moves, homie, I gotta let the phone charge. If that ain't helping your build, then they slowing down your wall. Hey, skip to my loo, your ankles over there, my dude. Spice it up with some hot sauce and off the heezy you. Homie, don't complain over here, we dab about it. And take a grand fucking 2 G's and cough about it. I've been on my bullshit, damn right, we keep that music loud. Had to hit FLSD, told him I got a pan. Heard you the hot box king? Well, I'm in town. Just send me over the Addy and bet I'll smoke you out. Nah. Back on the bullshit, backpack full of marijuana, smoking all of it. Nah. Homie, that's the bro code. Two different styles and they both fucking cold. Ayy,
I'm in this bitch like whoa, but we ain't knocking no more. I had to kick in the dough. I get the pounds for the low. I can show you how to run it up. We switching flavors every day. If you above me, can't run with us. Cause all we know is getting paid. I give me 2 in a pack. I put some down by the ounce and I get them gone in a day. It ain't shit to get you whack. Homie, you best watch your mouth cause fuck out my face. It ain't about cash and save it cause I gotta bounce. I only got time to get paid. Backwoods, real good shit stuffed up in my blunt. We bout to blaze. We mixing the GMO cookie up with the silver haze. We getting so high in this bitch, you gon' feel this shit for days. D-Ray said what it do and then he had a couple plays. So I told him to sit tight, the hot is on the way.
Nah. Back on the bullshit, backpack full of marijuana, smoking all of it. Nah. Homie, that's the bro code. 2 different styles and they both fucking cold. Ayy, nah. Back on the bullshit, backpack full of marijuana, smoking all of it. Nah. Homie, that's the bro code. 2 different styles and they both fucking cold. Ayy, nah.
I'm so fine, I'm gon' shine. Look at me. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say? I'm so fly. I'm so shy. Look at me. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say?
It's your boy, oh my, I'm so fly. Alligators on my feet, Cartiers over my eyes. Tonight I'ma shine, cause that's what players do. We bout Skrilla over here, my dude. How about you? Check me out, wipe me down, show a player some love. Every time I'm in the club, I'm sharper than a paper cup. Bubble love, gon' get it, the city is mine. You can hate, but we gon' shine. Every time out I'm blind, I done chopped up the block, that's why the roads is bad. Right jab, left jab, still spinning those zaps. All the ballers in the club, pull out your bankroll. I'm slick down to the floor, thorough from head to toe.
So fly, don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say? I'm so fly, don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say?
Gucci, Fendi, Prada too. Louis and Nietzsche, the name of you. I hope that Burberry you got on ain't as fake as you. I got a pistol P throwback from 62. Where the third girls at? Baby, I'm a dog, I can't help but chase cat. You sure wearing them jeans, it must be baby fat. I knew you was feeling me when I pulled up in the lack. Fifth wheel on the back, I got half on the wine. 50 on the drove, feeling like whoa. Caught my collar a little more. Ohio, players get dough. When you see me shining on, hey, like a hoe.
Don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say? I'm so fly, don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say?
Smelling like brand new money, honey, take a whiff. That stain on my shirt, that's the sauce from the scripts. You thought my chain was blinging, wait until you see my wrist. I'm a bubble up hustler, true blue gorilla pimp. Watch out, give me room, let a big boy through. We ride big bodies on 22. They call me Dundee cause of the crocodile on my shoes. Fox or chinchilla, which first should I choose? Either way I can't lose, haters light my fuse. I'm too clean to scrap, don't make me pull out my tools. Bubble up getting cool, pocket stove top stuff. You gotta give it to me, man, your boy came rough.
Don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say? I'm so fly, don't shine. Look at me, I'm so cheap. What you see, what you say?
I got half on the wine, 50 on the road. Feeling like whoa, how my shit a little more. I got half on the wine, 50 on the road. Feeling like whoa, how my shit a little more. I got half on the wine, 50 on the road. Feeling like whoa, how my shit a little more. I got half on the wine, 50 on the road. Feeling like whoa, how my shit a little more. Yeah, Great Stone bubble up. For sure though. Hey, I'm stick down to the flow though. Hey, yeah,
Hey. Beside the fuck you on, bro? Hey. I got it. You niggas smoke Reggie or Zod, bitch, what side you on? You know I'm smoking pressure, bitch, what kind of time you on? My nigga done touched 15 keys like an xylophone. I done got axe so strong you can't put it in the styrofoam. Hey, I gotta find the phone. My nigga on house arrest, he selling weed, he had to buy a drone. Got tired of copy EDDs, he had to find a loan. Niggas got tired of smoking on that midi, had to find some strong. Total money talk, said what's your name, I said Victor Moan. Anything you put off in my hands, I'ma get it gone. Hey, I'm back in rotation. I bet we make triple in an hour than what you hoes making. We hustle hard, shout out to my nigga, he on probation. She teed up, Honcho out here trying to get the hoes naked. Hey, he told her go shake, tried to drop down and get her legal on, but she was bow-legged. All that shit you niggas about to drop, y'all better wrap it up. Niggas out here spending money crazy, you need to stack it up. Got a call from the plug, when he talk, you know he black as fuck. He had an accent, so I can't understand him and signal acting up.
I be going hard with this shit and I ain't reached my prime. I started trying. We fucking if we kick it, blocking bitches, you waste my time. School, I swear, I always got in trouble with skip the line. I was told, do not do the crime if you can't do the time. And most my homies fucking up the banks, I got them using chime. Yeah, I know that she gon' try and fuck because she in the bind. Niggas out here beating on they bitches, I be eating mine. Niggas out here fiending for attention, twerking on they live. I put attention pendant on my neck because I'm trying to shine. Sneaky linker, I'm the type to hit it, then I tell her bye. Stinky finger, put one in the stink because she acting shy. These bitches out here smoking CBD and they be acting high. Frankie, get this bitch before I kill her, trying to kill my vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas has been, you know what I'm saying, a lot of problems, a lot of pain and shit, man. Ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Ride around like a motherfucking A. Niggas ride around like a motherfucking. Like a. Ayy, said niggas ride around like a motherfucking boss. Nigga feeling dead, yeah, nigga feeling lost. When they couldn't meds, then I'm on the fucking floor. In my wonderland, looking like a fucking ghost. Man, I know it's in my hands, I ain't even tryna boast. Bitches ain't shit, gotta drink up to a toast. Never been a sucker, I can't fly for a hoe. Niggas fly with the code, I cannot get exposed. Man, since COVID, this life shit been changing, it's crazy. Ain't riding with game, then you just in the way. It don't cost shit that hate, so you rather throw shit. Gotta light up my jam, man, these niggas is lame. Got my own drama, got my own problems, got my own karma, but it ain't stopping shit. My own homie smoking by my lonely, got my own money. I can't lay off a bitch and barker with niggas. They softer than muffins. Don't do too much talking. That 40 gon' duff them. Shout out my foreign hoes, know that I love them. And shot it with me, then you know that I'm fucking. The pain should be rushing. Jane for the substance, pages to preach, but this game could get ugly. Suicide thoughts on my brain, yeah, it's on me. One thing to come with this life, it get lonely, man. Life, it get lonely, man. Yeah, it's on me. One thing that come with this life, it get lonely. Life, it get lonely. Life, it get lonely. Life, it get lonely. Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, it's on me. Yeah, it's on me. One thing that come with this life, it get lonely, man. Life, it get lonely, man.
I know you heard about me. I got niggas running, bitch, up a bird about me. I'm in my bag, so it's fuck what you heard about me. Get them gone, bite the night and have my bro pop you. Other bands on your head, bitch, my roll got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spin the block, catch him with this red dot. Pay attention when you lurking when the feds hot. Niggas snitching, mama told me I ain't listen. I know I'm gifted in the kitchen doing chemistry. Back in school, serving niggas in detention. He doing drive-bys, I walk up, he's finished. Brother doing life, nigga, fuck your feelings. Fuck the judge, prosecutor, nigga, fuck your witness. I kept it real under pressure, I never told. Mama told me ride on, baby, keep the pole. You got kids to feed, huh? Just make it home. Make it home. I know you heard about me. I got niggas running, bitch, up a bird about me. I'm in my bag, so it's fuck what you heard about me. Get them gone, bite the night and have my bro pop you. Other bands on your head, bitch, my roll got you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I've been street, that's why I grind discreet. My heart beat ice. stone like concrete. A heavy hitter from the glass, I don't shatter that easy. Disrespect me, I'ma show you why the fat meat greasy. Got these hoes looking good, but they dirty and sleazy. Breaking bread with the pimp, the only way they can please me. And these hating ass niggas want me dead for show. Cause I shine like the sun, making moves like blow. I keep it player cause I'm a gangster. At all costs, walk the walk, fuck the talk. Money long like a mob boss, gutter hoes get tossed. Classy hoes do too. Me and my niggas set it off. 30 hoes times 2.
I know you heard about me. I got niggas running, bitch, up a bird about me. I'm in my bag, so it's fuck what you heard about me. Get them gone, bite the night and have my bro poppy. Other bands on your head, bitch, my roll got you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Kid Frankie.
I like codeine. Pour me up a cup, yeah, I'm in too deep. Coming down on my drugs, not a dope fiend. Probably bag a model in the club. And if I triple stack a bean, I'ma make her fall in love. I ain't getting no sleep, bitch, I'm rolling. I've been up. Say I love you and I mean you. I've been confusing it with lust. Cut codeine. Grab another bottle, pull me up. Yeah, I'm in too deep. Coming down on my drugs. Cut cold. Withdrawals when I'm off the lean, hurt my kidney, so I'd probably laugh if they ask me take a physical. Say that you like when I grip on it rough, like it physical. I wanna lick on the clit till it come, I touch your spirit, ho. Telling her about the way that we fuck, we made a video. Turn her on, got to other people, she's a ditty though. Bougie ratchet chick, she trapping, sang like as the hitters too. Yeah, she knowin' I'm a dog, she be tricking niggas too. Makeup done like your baby vlog, that's why they feeling you. I done took too many drugs, it's a new dimension. Took some psychedelics, baby, really got me feeling you. Being got me chatterboxing, giving you an interview. My mind racing, bitch, and I can't really pay attention. Be up all night, baby, I'ma get the chance to listen to you. No sleep, bitch, I'm rolling, I've been up. Say I love you and I'm in you. I've been confusing it with lust. Cut codeine, grab another bottle, pull me up. Yeah, I'm in too deep. Coming down on my drugs. KOTK, little bitch, I'm wavy. Rich bitch, let her hit the road, that's my baby. Red, blue pill, got me leaning in the matrix. Hot shot, ride star, bitch, I'm getting wasted. Treat my liquor like my hoe, I don't ever chase it. I just took a psychedelic third eye peeking. Drop an MDMA in my lemonade, I need it. She in love with ecstasy and probably never leave me. She want me to spit and lick and kiss and make her creamy. Got a big bag, now niggas wanna be me. Why your baby shirt me, got no t-shirt, how a demon. I can rap sober, but look how I'm tryna lean. I like codeine, pour me up a cup. Yeah, I'm in too deep, coming down on my drugs. Not a dope fiend, probably bag a model in the club. If I triple stack a bean, I'ma make her fall in love. I ain't getting no sleep, bitch, I'm rolling, I've been up. Say I love you and I'm in you. I've been confusing it with lust. Cut codeine, grab another bottle, pull me up. Yeah, I'm in too deep, coming down on my drugs. Cut cold, oh, 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 cut codeine, oh, 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 cut codeine.
Purchase your tracks today.
Ay, I just met this new bitch in the villa. Her name was Mina, but I ain't tryna cuff him, just tryna beat out the feline. Claiming I'm a dog with somebody better capita. Fuck it, then I leave her, told Mina it's not to meet her. Let me introduce the three kings of this Providence. Niggas been plotting, someone tell me just what they problem is. That niggas shop blocking, tryna overlook my accomplishments. We got a plan for dominance and ain't nobody stopping it.
I think I need a tic-tac with a battery. All I do is talk shit, haters mad at me. Red bottom on my shoe, yeah, it's Christian Lou. Took my feature back, nah, you got bitch in you. My rap bitch bought a scat, think I go with it. Off a bean at the light, think she glow realer. Nigga tried to hit my hoe up the skull, nigga. Then I fuck this whole mama, yeah, yeah, it's slow, nigga.
They say I'm one of the hottest, but I'm cold with it. These niggas think I'm from the north, I got a pole with me. Dropping all these new songs, fucking old bitches. Oh, that's a car full of niggas, I put holes in it. Knock a mirror off, I miss, so I'ma call my little nigga. What it's finna call? He like, fuck it, you put it on the floor, so he getting off. So if you call and start it up, I end it off.
Gotta play it safe, I ain't tryna catch no case. But if some niggas wanna try me, I'ma leave them where they late. Just the other kings about me, they know I ain't come to play. I'm known for quit busting and bringing out the hoods like Dr. J. Bullets flying, people dying, and bitches singing like Motown shit. Ain't nobody safe, even John Cena caught 12 rounds. Got me feeling like King Reed. They can hold shit down now, hottest in the city, so children looked up to me now. Hey.
This little bitch wear Gucci, but sell coochie. When these niggas get to acting fishy, I smell sushi. Niggas tryna ride my wave, I'm a whale moving. Only time these niggas want some smoke when they inhale Dooley. You a fiend, got a story, go and tell Pookie. A lot of these niggas ass and I smell booty. Put a nigga in a bag like a jail noodle. Police ever pull me over, they gon' smell poodle.
5 wicks in my head like a Zoe, nigga. Catch me in the car dashing with Chloe, nigga. I've been catching flights. Cheddar cheeses in my pocket, turn a bitch to mice. Younger days, bitch, play me, turn my heart to ice. Every bitch, Tina Turner, don't talk back to Ike. Barry Irvis growing magic, you in danger. We collab and get the hollering like Sylvania.
My girl lighter, hit a cigarette. Then she hit me sober, we have drunk text. Asking if I'm up, that's a dumb text. You hoping that I fail, yeah, I've been the best. Fuck a chain, I get a treasure chest. Tell her get some sleep, bitch, she love the rest. Struggle got real when you drive on it. Had to call off, cause my music buzzing. Yeah, my music buzzing. I just see me running. You can read me, can't see it coming. Matthew Stafford, got my ear out, I ain't hearing nothing. Do my own thing, you ain't missing nothing. Got your number like I need a date. I've been working overtime, I need a rate. She ain't got no ass, I just love her face. But Cardi got me lit. What you sippin' on?
The Henny, the Tron, the Goose, the Remy, the Henny, the Tron, the Goose. What you sippin' on? The Henny, the Tron, the Goose, the Remy, the Henny, the Tron, the Goose.
What you sippin' on? Had a pillow and a blanket up in Lee County. Now ran up so my bro proud. 517 on speed dial. What you sippin' on? Where we hear it now?
Yeah, cause I'm in the building. When I steppin' in the club, man, them bitches gon' feel me. And I tell y'all, Lord Ski don't play. If a nigga disrespect my AK gon' spray. Any nigga with that bullshit coming my way, he get it any kind of way on any given day. Cause I'm gutter, man. With them guns, I'm butter, man. Come through your house with my uncles and my brothers, man. I choke you while you dreaming, kill you while you sleeping. Don't give a fuck, white, black, or Puerto Rican. 4-5, there's an eagle to your head while you sleeping. Hollow point to your head, leave that ass leaking. One more to the head while I'm motherfucking leaving. Make sure you dead, the motherfucker ain't breathing. Now that you know, I don't even know the reason. Who gon' be the next to me, this bitch not breathing?
Yeah, my music buzzing, I just see me running. You can read me, can't see it coming. Matthew Stafford, got my ear out, I ain't hearing nothing. Do my own thing, you ain't missing nothing. Got your number like I need a date. I've been working overtime, I need a rate. She ain't got no ass, I just love her face. But Cardi got me lit. What you sippin' on?
The Henny, the Tron, the Goose, the Remy, the Henny, the Tron, the Goose.
What you sippin' on?
The Henny, the Tron, the Goose, the Remy, the Henny, the Tron, the Goose.
What you sippin' on? Had a pillow and a blanket up in Lee County. Now ran up so my bro proud. 517 on speed dial. What you sippin' on? Where we hear it now? What you sippin' on? What you sippin' on? What you sippin' on? What you sippin' on? What you sippin' on?
don't speak, don't see, but I don't blink. Don't breathe and I don't bleed. Fall asleep in a SOV, gray seas in a scope. Low key with the cody, Brody sippin' OD. Coke free with a nosebleed. Smoke me at the show, please, you never know. Still riding around all traffic. Thing to my grain, still seen as a menace. Play with the blade, still play with the pressure. Riding in the noggin since a fucking adolescent. Lot of people barking, but they really with the stepping. Arms late, recommend for a friend. Blood on my shirt, covered in dirt. Coughing on earth in the end of the bands. Like dead in the flesh. Lead in my head, just 5 pounds of pressure. No rest for the wretched. Guillotine gleams in my dreams like the crest. Head is on ice, no life like depressed. Bitch got a knot so tight to his neck. Motherfuck life till we all dead. Cause we all next. Fuck this.
7 feet of rope around my neck. I'm just waiting for Canada to keep the channel from underneath it. My feet is so hard to believe that this would be any kind of a test, yeah. Listen, I cannot hear all the voices when I am so close to my death, yeah. Everyone telling me I should just quit, but they bout to be sad when I flex, yeah. Whole world frozen, 55 alone when I walk through the tundra of the forest. Sipping this Cody with Brody and Cody, this my baby needs an abortion. Shallow grave, unholy presence, and you bout to meet with the forces. Look in this whip and you see these 2 skeletons riding, you know it's them corpses, huh? Think about this pain every day, can't relate to this world and the state. It's the wraith and the lich and the grave. We depict a new torture every day when we pain. I take these pills and take me to a dope place. Only my third eye open, I look both ways. We took a trip down the river of hopelessness. Maybe you see this when this shit's all over. Fuck this.
Untouched, unspoiled, a rose unsoiled. It'll all be over.
Hey.
Ooh, sad killer.
Hey. Catch me lacking on my worst day. I done wrote for niggas spinning racks on this wordplay. I love this shit, that's why I do it in the first place. I'm way ahead, it ain't no room for no third play. If you ain't really about that shit, nigga, stay inside. Cause I know that shit'll all be over if you playin' fried. Swear to God, it ain't too many people that's gon' stay and ride. Cause if you jumping off the porch, you gotta stay alive. I'm from the era where my niggas out here trying to make something from nothing. Bitch, you out here playing, you could really get jumped over bugging. Oh, bitch, you trying to help, you could really get slumped with your cousin. The hood jumping everybody, but every time I fucked around, I had seen it and missed that shit. You want what you want, you gotta get out here and get that shit. You got a little paper, save it up and then flip that shit. It's really on the net, flashing money, trying to spend that shit. If they see you with it, nigga, they'll hit that lid. If niggas see you posted on the block, they'll spin that bitch. I'm just getting to the money and I'm happy I ain't been this rich. Nigga, I've been held back for a minute, I ain't been this lit. Hey, if you ain't really about that shit, nigga, stay inside. Cause I know that shit'll all be over if you playin' fried. Swear to God, it ain't too many people that's gon' stay and ride. Cause if you jumping off the porch, you gotta stay alive.
It'll all be over. It'll all be over. It'll all be over. It'll all be over.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Welcome in, Cody Live Podcast. Holy shit, my room's lit up tonight. I'm pretty lit up tonight too, but in a good way. I'm 6 days sober, y'all. Round of a motherfucking applause. Yeah, I'm taking on that challenge before we hit tour next year, and I promised myself that I would do it. So, currently trying to get off smoking myself too. So I encourage that to everybody. I'm not gonna shove it down your fucking throat though. Tonight we got a good show. Tonight we're getting personal for the holiday edition. We're gonna ask these motherfuckers some personal questions about their craft, some shit that they think. Obviously the opinions that we have every week, and some fun in between, like always. So hope you guys like the little formatting that I did here. Hopefully it works. If it don't work, I'll take it off. If it's fucking annoying to you guys, let me know. We're gonna start off. I gotta introduce my co-host. Obviously, he is the host of the Biscuits and Gravy podcast on Mondays. 7:30 a.m. every goddamn Monday. Beatbox Jake, how we doing this motherfucking Friday night, sir? You are totally muted. You all right?
What the? I can't. You're so far behind everything going on over here.
I'm so far behind. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is all well?
It's taking like 5 seconds for you to hear me.
Oh shit. Talk again. Mic check 1 2.
Let me know when you hear this.
Right now.
That is way too long.
Try to log back in real quick.
I'll be back.
We'll get everybody introduced real quick. All right, next up on the show, we have, we're going to wait for Jake to get back. While we're doing that, we're going to introduce a regular to the show. Been on the show pretty much every week for the past few months, and he is the host of Thursday's podcast, The Lab, which showcases local DJs and lets them mix their shit. Y'all can go tip, all that good shit. We got the Chancellor on the show. How we doing? How are we doing this Friday night? Can you hear me?
Life is good, baby. Life is good.
All right.
I'm back, bitch.
There we go. Life is good in the hood, my man. Getting ready for this wild ass Saturday tomorrow night.
Hell yeah! What's going on tomorrow night?
Big old soiree out in Hillsdale with the one like the ones like Shallow Grave, and surprise bitches, your boy's coming through to bring some of that drum and bass goodness.
Oh,
get
shit,
you some
surprises. And you might have another special guest out there too. It just depends.
Oh, shit.
We shall see how that night rolls out. Next up, we got another regular to the show, Mr. Frankie Corleone himself. How we doing this Friday night, Frankie?
You know, we chilling. You know, we here. What up, y'all?
What up?
What's going on? We in this thing, man.
Hell yeah. Ready for some good discussion tonight. Next up, we got to do, he's been joining us I didn't even see you pop in. I got the merch man in this motherfucker. He just pops in randomly. Lucas, I didn't even hear you pop in, bro. Must be my cloudiness. I'm just like... Everybody hear shit good now? Like, are we all on time?
I'm good.
Should be.
I was just making sure because earlier I was lagging. So, with my connection, you had the little connection bar up in the fucking. It might have been my shit. I don't know yet. But yeah, Kadu of Kadu's Customs. He's got some cool shit happening at the first of the year. I will let him tell you guys about that soon. Soon as he's ready.
We'll talk about that next week a little bit because I'm announcing it on my business page Tuesday. So.
Hell yeah. Next up, this dude's like one of my favorite guests lately. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. He was new to the show about 3-4 weeks ago. Got Rhymaholic in the motherfucking building. His camera's not on right now. Are you with us? There he is.
What's up, boys?
Mouthy McMoutherton. What is good, player?
So, you know, rapping and crapping.
Hell yeah. That's what I do. Especially on floors. We got a new guest to the show. We got Mr. Gary Emmett in the building. I don't know.
What's going on, man?
Who the hell just popped out? Was that Jake?
Yeah.
Where did Jake go?
He lagging still, probably.
Did you get that shit? We'll get that shit underhand, I'm sure.
Weed World Order in the building, bitches.
For life, motherfucker.
Yeah. Introduce yourself, Gary. You're new to the show. Just introduce yourself to the people that watch, and what you do.
Man, shit. Run and own Asylum Wrestling Revolution out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Pretty much a deathmatch company out here. We got shows in Michigan. We're trying to move around a little bit more now. Also, I'm the general manager of the Emerson Theater here in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we do concerts, all that shit. Just normal guy, pothead, big ass pothead.
That's what's
been
up.
started the Weed World Order like I don't know how long ago, 10 years ago. A whole bunch of wrestling marks that are potheads, and now it's blown out of fucking control.
Hell yeah. It's the best way to do it, though, organically.
Yeah, definitely.
Organic mechanics, baby.
And last but definitely not least, he was just mentioned. He's hosting an event in Hillsdale tomorrow. I'm going to try to pop in depending on the schedule for the show that I'm on out in Manchester. Check that shit out, though. Tomorrow night, 55 Below. This man is hosting it, and I will tell you, this man throws a damn good show. This man is the reason me and Jake connected at the Halloween show. What, was that last year?
Oh, no, it was longer. We've known each other longer than a year, probably.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Well, not now.
It feels like it.
Now.
But we got the high in the motherfucking building. He finally joined us, motherfucker.
Holy shit snacks. Look at this geezer.
What's up, guys?
Shit, hanging in there. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, sorry, I'm on my phone, so it's going to be a little shaky.
Fine.
Oh, that's okay. We'll wait till you're done with your call.
Some things just don't change, Jake.
Turn the vibe down to about one.
Fucking phone, bud.
So tonight we got a good one on our hands. I've taken a lot of time. I haven't had time to assemble a full show full of questions, and it's always so fucking last minute. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna take the time today. I had all the fucking time in the world, and we're gonna get personal with you guys. We're gonna learn a little bit about you. A lot of you guys are regulars on the show. You know, we got some new people. Who do different shit, and that's what it's about. We're gonna start off with Jake. This sounds like a cliche ass question, but it'll allow people, maybe the new viewers, to learn about you. What actually got you into your craft? What got you into music?
Well, it depends on where you want to start. So if we're going to start at the beginning, when I started playing guitar, nothing specifically got me into it. Something just kind of, I guess the old story is my dad, the way our living room is set up, he had to get the recliner out in order to have room for the Christmas tree. And he was out getting shit from the garage, and my grandpa's old guitar was out there, old classical acoustic. And I had never really plunked around on a guitar before. So I asked him to bring it in because for some reason I had a hankering to do so. Then I would lock myself in my room for however many hours at a time, just trying to make things happen on it. And of course, the obsession starts to build. You realize what you can do with it and how far you can go. And like, oh shit, this is easier to play than I thought. And this is really hard. I wonder if I can do it. So I did that for years. And then beatboxing came in after my first job. I was there. And one of the people I worked with said her boyfriend was drunk one night trying to beatbox. And it wasn't something that I knew could be done well. So when she said he was trying to, it really piqued my interest because I didn't know it was anything other than like that kind of thing.
Right.
And I go on YouTube and I found this guy named Dave Crow doing it out in the streets of London. I should play the video on here sometime. The first beatboxing video I ever saw.
Oh yeah.
And so the guitar had given me my outlet for all my metal aspirations and songwriting and whatever. I had no outlet for my electronic music and that pulse thing. And there were aspects of that type of music I didn't like as far as wanting to do it, such as having to learn to use all this equipment, and there was like a stigma around it, at least where I live. So beatboxing allowed me to be in time with the audience, interact with them in real time pretty much, and I could be all over the stage, like more of a hype metal performer with the mic rather than a DJ standing at a table, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not how I wanted to be as a performer. So the beatboxing really allowed me to open up on a stage more than anything else. Plus, for years, I wasn't really confident as a guitar player, not like I am now, where I can set a loop and just go at it for endless periods of time. So, yeah, that's kind of where I came from. I guess it started with like Nirvana and stuff like that. And then I heard Slayer for the first time, and it was like, I need to learn how to do that on a guitar.
Right. So a couple inspirations in there. That's hell yeah. Good inspirations to have. Can't even lie.
Yeah.
All right, Chancellor. What was that, Jake? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Mm-hmm.
Were you saying something? My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
I said,
Chancellor,
yeah.
on to you. Chancellor, on to you. What got you into music initially?
Oh shit! Well, I come from a long lineage of drumming family. My grandpa played like big bands shit back in the 40s. My dad played in a rock band back in the 70s. My brother plays to this day. Back in like 92, I caught the rhythm, like that early hip hop rhythm. Me and my buddy JC Graves, we're gonna start putting out fucking hip hop down in Addison, Michigan, not too far from y'all there in Morenci. Dropped a few albums until we graduated. Then we kind of parted ways. He kept diving deeper into the hip hop end of things. Had a hiphopinfinity.com and shit. Broke some big ass fucking names back then, but my brain started getting sucked into the more electronic realms, the drum and bass, the jungle, the breakcore. I went to a fucking show, caught some motherfucker spinning that shit on the turntables, vinyl, and got hooked. Went and got myself some turntables 2 weeks later. Parents still think I was crazy for that shit because I was like 2 G's, but whatever. But just stuck with it ever since, and now I'm fucking everywhere.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Rhymaholic, on to you. How'd you get your start in music?
So I got into punk and skating a lot when I was younger. I lived down about an hour south of St. Louis for about 10 years, right? And there wasn't much of a hip hop scene. And then there started being some progress towards like raga and hip hop in the punk scene. And that first time I ever caught, like a hip hop act on Warped Tour, and it kind of bridged the gap, and made like, oh, I could do this. It wasn't just like respecting music and watching it from a distance anymore. I'm like, if it's moving across like this and it's appealing to other people, in my crew, if you will, you know what I mean? And then really I started writing rhymes probably about 16, started recording probably about 20, and I just been in love with it ever since. I've never really made any other type of music. I've experimented, I've stood in and sang for people, because I guess I got a decent set of pipes on me too, but it just doesn't appeal to me like hip hop does.
Right.
I'm addicted.
Yep, it is a very addictive
I got
thing.
a problem.
Yep, I've done the band thing and stuff like that. It's just not hip hop.
And if you need something new to listen to, you gotta holler over there at Chance, man. Like, I've been friends with him for 15 years, man. He still shows me new shit.
Oh shit. Alrighty, I'm gonna have to do that shit. Kadu, on to you. You do a little something different. I mean, you got the music thing. Talk musically, and then talk, you know, with your merchandise. What inspired you for both?
Musically, like legitimately started when I was 2. Shout out to my mom and current stepdad, who happened to be my mom's boyfriend back then. They split up for a while and just got back together a couple years ago. It was interesting, actually. Started with Pantera and Black Sabbath. I could sing Walk by Pantera by the time I was 3 years old, word for word. And then tying into the music and the merch, the first concert shirt I saw that made me want to get creative in my life was the Ozfest 99 shirt. My mom took my cousin up to Pine Knob, and just the cartoony gothic style, which is a hint towards something Cody mentioned earlier, also really got me into feeling that the thoughts in my head could be put into art that somebody could appreciate without being considered insane, I guess would be the word for it.
Right.
And then I've been writing since I was 13 or 14, just as an emotional release. I had a group I was trying to get started when I was about 17. It just never took off because nobody else wanted to actually work.
Right.
And then I had to start my own business due to medical issues. And I figured, why not make people happy, be creative, and do something I love all at once, and eventually get into multiple avenues of income. Like, it's not only going to be merch by the end of it.
Right. I feel that. Taking many lanes, not being a man of one hat. That's something I pride myself on also. So I see you there. On to Frankie. What got you into music initially?
Man, listening to Tupac. Listening to Tupac, Biggie, you know, a lot of shit, man. I was always cool at putting words together. I was always a pretty good listener in language arts, at least. You know what I mean? So I know how to put, you know, two and two together and make what I'm supposed to make out of shit. And I was like, oh, I could rhyme. Then I get to listening to other music, and I was like, damn, I could really put this shit together. So I just started putting shit together. I got the writing super tough. I figured out a way to record, and shit.
It's over from there.
Yeah.
I feel that shit. Now your situation's a little bit different, Gary, with the wrestling company, plus being you're a promoter over at Emerson, you said, or owner?
I'm the manager over there. I started the wrestling company, came a little bit before the being the manager of the Emerson Theater. I've been helping with the booking lately. I've been taking a lot of mini roles with that. Honestly, I started with that after I was with the wrestling company. The owner, you know, needs a security guard one night, and I happen to be a guy he knows. So, you know, so I started working security, started doing a whole bunch of security for people. I've done Jelly Roll, I've done Merle Haggard, or not Merle, who was it? It was someone the fourth. We had some old country singer from back in the day. We just had Slum Puck. I mean, I'll let them real fast. Slum Puck, if anybody's ever seen them, they got a lot of wrestling shit. You know, being a wrestling owner, I had to support. But the wrestling came from being a fucking mark and having a partner that wanted to do something different, man. And I was like, fuck it, let's do independent wrestling. He's like, man, I ain't got Vince McMahon money. I'm like, nah, bro, it's different. It's like the music industry is a lot different on the lower levels, you know. So then we started independent wrestling and been doing it now for like 4 years. Been on IWTV for a while. Done a couple deathmatch tournaments. You know, worked with a lot of people. Worked with like Slag, I say Corporal Robinson, Tatanka, Al Snow. Yeah, I got so many different names I could say. Mickey Knuckles, work with her all the time. We just had Necro Butcher return to wrestling for his deathmatch tournament return. We got Drake Younger's coming back next month, November 25th. Each week I am coming. Just doing concerts nonstop. I knew music back when I was younger. I was like when all the the white boys wanted to be rappers after Eminem. Like everybody, all the white boys would rap in freestyle thinking they were shit. So then, I ended up being a dude that could do that. Tried music for a while. It wasn't my thing. I don't know. I didn't like the attention even with the wrestling. Never really liked the attention like that. So, but then we got the music, got the venue, started working there. I got promoted all the way to the GM because I was doing what I was doing. Now I'm seriously back into the music industry.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna have to look into that wrestling company. I ain't heard of it, but I'm
Yeah,
into that.
Hey, you can go right
definitely
there.
on that
They
shit.
fucking rowdy, yo.
It's SilenWrestlingRevolution.com. It leads you straight to our IWTV. Has our whole library there. We got like a shoot video with interview with Corporal Robinson. We've done a whole bunch of shit for a while. But yeah, you can go on there, find everything. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. We got a whole bunch of free matches and free shows on there. You can go check that out. I got Mickey Knuckles versus Akira that's like at like 89,000. I got Mickey Knuckles and Casanova that's at like 209,000 views. We doing a little something. I'm not saying I'm a big dog, but I'm off the porch and I'm barking.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Jim Hennessy is in the comments. He said Cody mentioned me to him. He's with the World Wrestling Network. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I mean, holla at me. You can contact me at Facebook, Gary Emmett. It's funny if you go to I'm gonna fuck up and say this, but I always say this in interviews. Go to Facebook and you can call a business on the button that actually comes to my phone. So holla at me. We'll do some business. Don't call late. I got 3 daughters and a wife that's very mean, so call late. Like she might cuss you out. So let me say that.
Oh shit. All right, on to the How did you get your start in music?
Oh God. I started at a very young age by messing with my dad's record collection. After hours when he would go to bed, because that was like his sacred collection. And I'd wait till he would go to bed and then pop on some headphones and just listen to 70s rock pretty much. And then I want to say I was like 12 or 13. My step grandma, she took me to a record store for my birthday and was like, hey, pick out anything you want. And I ended up with the first GNR or Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1 on cassette tape. And I don't know, ever since then, it morphed into, this is going to sound really weird, but it morphed into like stage design. So what I would do is I would use like big cardboard boxes and Legos and Lego Techniques and Playmobil figurines and basically build these giant stages. And then from there, it got into, hey, I'm going to go pick up the bass guitar. And I found a bass guitar at like a local pawn shop for like $50. I mean, it was, compared to what I have now, it was garbage, but just started messing around with that, and here I am now. And then from playing guitars, and I've always had a thing for like bass music, and the low end of any style of music, be it metal, be it rap, be it techno, be it even like country music, like the lower end, that has always had a special place. So, and then eventually I fell into the whole techno trap. I call it a trap because once you're in it and you're hooked, it's kind of hard to get away from it. But then being raised in Europe, so that it's very common to listen to any sort of electronic music over in Europe. But when I came back to the U.S. at in my early 20s, techno was basically looked down upon here, unless you were in like the underground Detroit scene or the underground Chicago scene. so I kind of like stepped away from it, and I just focused like all my energy on metal. Ended up getting signed and all that good jazz. And then after, you know, getting dropped from the label and not being able to find any serious musicians, it was like, you know what, I'm gonna go pick up some decks and see what happens. And 8 years later, I'm still doing it.
Right. Hell yeah. Damn, how long ago was that you first started music? Like 60 years ago, Chad?
Not
Oh,
quite.
quicker than that. He was playing mandolin at the Last Supper.
Well, I mean, if I'm looking at my walker, it's been at least 45 years. No, I would have to say I'm going to be 42 in January, so.
Oh, you still a spring chicken?
At least 30 years.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you still a spring chicken?
Yeah, you got me beat, dude. Not by much, though. Not by much.
You know, it wouldn't have been right if I didn't throw an old joke your way. I haven't gotten to do that in a while.
It's okay.
So, like, what'd you guys do for like the finale back then? Slide down a dinosaur?
They brought Jesus Christ himself on stage.
Like Fred Flintstone and shit?
2 hits in the jukebox.
Yeah, but now dude, your way away.
Are you done? Are y'all done? Oh, God.
Usually I gotta have somebody bring me a cane and a walker, or sometimes even a wheelchair. You know.
You ain't upgraded to that hover round yet?
No, not quite. I just can't. You know,
come on, boy, get on my level.
Somebody get this man a rascal.
Y'all ain't shit.
He just got the
a life
baseball
alert on a gold chain around his neck.
Y'all ain't cool. I'm not indulging in this.
This dude's got.
Sorry, God, thanks.
I'm not kidding you. This guy has a specially made custom Jared Jewelers brand life alert hanging around a gold chain that he keeps on his neck. It's got diamonds in the button part.
So is it just like
It's got
bling
life
until the
alert
police
and
get
rubies on the side.
Oh, he went crazy.
It's all good till that airbag go off and that shit gets pounded into you.
That's why
his
he's got the Lamborghini
airbag
logo on the back, so it just imprints in his chest.
Oh no.
All right, we'll get on with the
body
I'm
armor.
I'm getting my life lock in a grill.
A life lock in a grill.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
I'm weak as fuck.
All right, on to the next question. We're gonna dig down kind of deep with this one. What do you think personally is your greatest contribution to what you do? And no matter what genre you're in, what is your greatest contribution? We'll start with you, Jake.
I'm deflecting the question. Chad's walker is made out of 24 karat gold and retard.
Hey,
And it's got flames on the side made out of rubies.
Hey, yo.
It's dope. And his airbags in his car, he's so old, they've got hospital corners. That shit is folded, motherfucker.
Hey,
So,
yo.
Jake, what are you saying? That he's like Professor X from Harlem?
I'm telling you.
Yo.
I'm telling you that this guy, even his seat cushions, Tempur-Pedic.
Now I'm getting jealous.
Hey, I'll take Tempur-Pedic seats all day, every day, man.
No.
You gotta put some pictures on Instagram of that life alert that's all decked out in diamonds, you stud.
Stud, I see what you did there.
That's funny.
No,
Glad
Jake,
you
what
picked
do you
up
think
on
your biggest contribution is to the genre that you're in?
Probably Chad and the fact that he's still alive.
Oh, he got this
Gotta build that heart strength, man.
He came
It's been too long, Chad.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
His colostomy bag is filled with hot fudge. He walks around. He walks around with one of those saline drip bags, but it's bling water.
Bling water.
You never seen those?
What? He just got gold slugger sitting in there or some shit.
Dude,
Oh
dude
my
put
god!
gold leaf. This
Right,
dude put
right,
gold
man.
leaf in his Pepto Bismol.
No. It's got to be Jägermeister, dude.
Oh my god.
More like Pepto
It's got to be
Bismol.
Jägermeister in that bag.
No, what?
I see what you did there.
What was the question?
What do you think personally is your greatest contribution towards your genre?
I think fudge-filled colostomy bags, which are sponsored by the
Red dog. No, Jake.
and Backwoods Studios.
No.
So my biggest contribution to what I do,
What do you think in your mind is?
well, I think for beatboxing, presenting it in more of a, I don't want to say intellectual way because it makes me sound like a douchebag, but talking about it from more of a technicals perspective and I don't know, bringing light to the more technical aspects of beatboxing and what is involved with it, and talking about it as more than just this kind of, I don't know, the term's not commodity, like a novelty. It's not such a novelty. There's a lot of musical and professional value in it. There's a lot you can do with it. There's a lot of skill involved with it. There's a lot of, honestly, very difficult technical, physical things you have to be able to put yourself through in order to do it, at least in the style I do. A lot of really hardcore breath control. I want to talk about it to people and in public and on platforms like this as a vocal expert. Talking about it in the way that an opera singer would talk about singing or what have you. Actually, I would love to sit down with like Elizabeth, I think it's Elizabeth Zaroff from the Charismatic Voice YouTube channel. She's an opera singer and she'll do like not just reactions to metal videos, she'll do like vocal analysis of different things, and she just did one on Korn. It was cool. And she's really excited about expanding her knowledge of it and exploring these new things. I would love to sit down and talk about vocal stuff with her as a beatboxer. And then, of course, probably mixing it with the metal stuff that I do, where I'm like beatboxing and playing metal at the same time. I've looked. I haven't found anybody else doing it.
Right. That's one thing that was very unique that a lot of people that I've noticed over the summer, we did all those shows over the summer, people are like, what the fuck? It was just so different, like a good what the fuck? Like, what's going on?
Every set I was at for him, I did live. That was the only one that went absolutely fucking insane. I had at least 10 people message me while he was still going, asking me if that was all him.
Very impressive. Anybody on here who hasn't seen Jake live, definitely go see Jake live, because that is. He's gonna sit here and be humble about it, but I'm not gonna be humble for you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
No,
you
that
can.
shit is entrancing.
Yeah, you can catch me next week in my bedroom performing.
Scary.
To nobody. Actually, I'll be at the bar in Manchester with
Over the Edge.
It's gonna be great. Over the Edge Sports Bar. It's gonna be me, Cody, Agatha Hag, Odious Ones. Tomorrow night, 5 p.m. for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't think it's actually at 5 because I don't plan on being there at 5. And I am not performing tomorrow night, just to clarify. I'm doing a DJ set tomorrow night.
Yeah. He's ripping off DJ the Ha. He'll be bringing his own. He'll be bringing his own colostomy bag, which is unfortunately Build-A-Bear.
Call back.
If you show up early enough,
Cody's
he'll sign
colostomy bags are made by
colostomy
Build-A-Bear
bag.
Workshop, so everybody knows he stuffed it himself. It has a paper heart and all that shit. Build-A-Bear brand colostomy bags by Cody.
Get him in bulk.
I mean, we probably could sublimate them, but that's a conversation for a different time.
I want Cadoo's Customs colostomy bags.
They're gonna have to subscribe to the Patreon for that discussion.
Could do this custom colostomies.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
By the end of the set, I want to be shitting through a hole in my side, just for so we can sell these things. We'll do a commercial of me like squeezing diarrhea and poop and shit out of my abdomen. And like, you have this problem too? Buy a colostomy bag by Cadoo's Customs.
All right, guys, I got to go to bed for the night. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
right.
All right, Chancellor.
Hey guys, check it out. My career took a shit out my side.
Chancellor, what would you say is your greatest contribution in the genre that you're in?
No, I'm in stitches. Sorry. Chancellor, answer the goddamn question. Jesus Christ.
My biggest contribution?
Yeah.
Keeping a niche genre alive in the mitten through a fucking onslaught of terrible fucking dubstep through like the late 2000s to about 2019, 2020.
Okay. I appreciate that. Hell yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah, I remember when Skrillex was hot and everybody, dude, Skrillex. I'm like, I just.
You can only take so much of Transformers fucking, for hell's sake.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes! Oh my god! Yeah.
Now the Rhymaholic. What do you think your greatest contribution is to the hip hop genre?
Well, when I look around me and I see some of these clowns, I feel like the consistency was a big factor for me. Some of this, and I know it sounds like a tired trope, but some of this new shit's just, it's way overproduced. It's constantly reciting the same 4 bars, the whole damn track. And I try to still like approach it not just like somebody who's amped to a beat, but as like a formula. Like when I write it, I whether it happens organically or I go back and adjust it to do it, you know what I mean? You can look at it and see the different areas of the different lines that rhyme in different spots, patterns, sub patterns, and I guess technical prowess.
Right. Oh yeah, I feel that. Technicality has been lost in hip hop a lot. I will say that it's gotten really simple. It's not like
you got to walk a line, man. It's still got to be like you still got to be able to reach an audience with it. If you get too technical, then everybody's like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
It's got to be appealing too.
I was just describing to somebody like I'm a J. Cole fan, but I don't think I could sit through a whole J. Cole album.
No,
I'm huge.
I think J. Cole can spit, but I can't listen to his LPs really. I really like listening to him freestyle though.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
J. Cole, it's the first time I had sex music.
J. Cole? Really?
I said it. J. Cole mixed.
That's scary. Then he froze.
Makes virgin music.
J. Cole mix.
Oh shit. No, I definitely feel that though. You gotta have a good balance on it, especially to put out a full album that people are gonna listen to. Like you gotta switch it up a little bit because like.
Well, you can't just be all technical. You gotta hit the bullet points. You gotta have some wordplay. You gotta be funny. You gotta reach people.
Yep, I agree with that completely. All right, over to Kadu.
And not taking myself too seriously helped.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, I'm just having fun right now, but I'm making my best material, having fun with it again, not focusing just on like, hey, I need to do this for this. Like, fuck that. Fuck marketing. When you throw marketing out the window, you're more successful anyway, 9 times out of 10.
Right. If it happens organically, it works better anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I feel that.
Just ride that wave,
Was there.
Right.
It's all about longevity.
Yeah. I agree. Over to Kadu. What do you think your biggest contribution is to your genre? You can talk about music and I mean you got 2 bases there.
Music, I haven't really made contributions. I'm working at things. I'm just now getting my feet wet into production again. I mean, I haven't fucked with that in 12, 13 years. I've been writing and I've made little contributions, the very few people I've let read my stuff. Sometimes it hits them and means something to them. But I mean, my main focus with that is just being real with myself and trying to show people that they're not alone with their thoughts. They're not the only ones going through hard shit and you can turn it into something great.
Right.
As far as my business, I want my main contribution from that to be changing the game for the merch industry and the custom product industry, just even one-offs, because the pricing everybody else does is absolutely fucking ridiculous, and I hate it so much.
Right.
It's I've had people argue with me for hours on end about how cheap my pricing is. Like, oh, your quality must be shit. You must not care about your work. You must not care about your customers. No, motherfuckers, I do care about you. That's why I'm making it cheap.
Yeah,
I'm still making what I need to make, and you're getting happy for half the fucking price you'd spend at another person.
And then they complain about how they can't move anything too. They complain my prices have to be here because I can't move anything. Man, if you bring your prices down and work with people and get the merch into their hands, you'd move a lot more of it and it would make up for it.
I'll tell you what I've seen more since I've started my business in April of 2021. I've seen multiple people rip off designs I've posted and get more sales than me on those designs. But their prices are higher than mine. But because my prices are low, they automatically assume shit quality because the market is so oversaturated with people doing it. That's why I'm getting away from the customizing as much.
Right. I feel that. All right, on over to Frankie. What do you think your greatest contribution is to your genre?
Music engineering.
I'll agree with that.
It's a lot of trash-ass engineers out here. It's a lot of really bad engineers out here, like everywhere. Like I done went everywhere. It's a lot of bad engineers. I feel like, I don't know, it's something about sound, man. I just fuck with, for real. Like, I can't go around the world and clean up all the trash in the world, even though if it was possible, I would. But I know I could get on the Pro Tools and, clean up all the music that's being given to me. At least clean up that trash. You know what I mean? So I turn glitter into gold. I turn shit into sugar. I turn water into wine, motherfucker. Engineering. That's the. Without the engineer, who gonna hit the button?
Yeah.
Who gonna hit the button? How are we gonna get this shit done? How are we gonna get this shit to sound right? We need an engineer. So I think just me taking that role instead of just rapping and knowing what I want shit to sound like, as well as knowing what the artist wants it to sound like, and me already knowing what it's supposed to sound like. I think that's a double-ended sword, and I got it on lock. You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna take engineering for 700, Cody.
No, and I'm a vouch for this. Last week after the show, I won't get too far into it, but like I will say last week after the show, we linked on some shit, and like I briefly mentioned it on Facebook, like there's gonna be a release date on it soon and shit. He's like, hey man, send me this over, you know what I'm saying? And I usually send my stems to somebody else, and he's like, no, I'll take care of it. Let me on this shit. This shit's hot. All right, cool. This motherfucker had this shit done, and probably an hour and a half, and he sent it back. But it's like a realization I came to after engineering myself for a long time, and everybody's like, no, dude, your product sounds good. But then you go to an actual engineer, which mine was Saint from BioKillers. I went to an actual engineer, and like literally it was a whole different fucking world compared to what the quality of music I was actually putting out once I took a step back and looked into it.
No, that's real talk, man. Yeah. I felt limited at times by or limited because like the people I was working with, the engineer, you know, was fucking like either sanctimonious or threatened by my talent.
Mm-hmm. And don't want
felt mixed down and shit like that, you know.
Yep,
I remember.
Yeah, he was there. He was there for.
Now I feel that shit completely because it's like, I mean, even with Frankie doing that and that little at time, like I worked my ass off to get that track to where I had it, just to have a reference, you know what I'm saying, to show people what I want. And like literally like it wasn't even like 2 hours later, this motherfucker had a verse and it was all fucking mixed. I was to bed by then, but I looked, I'm like, dude, I didn't go to bed till this time. This motherfucker had this sent back in like no time. But it's solid. Like I can't wait for people to hear that shit. I ain't gonna say no more. We ain't saying no more. I'm cutting that shit off. Down to Gary. I mean, we can go into we can go into the manager role or the wrestling role or both. What do you think your greatest contributions to both, either or, are?
I mean, really, pretty much the music thing. I was around. My best thing was just I try to treat people like people, man. I don't really care how big you are or how national artist, how many things you sell out. It's how you act as a person. So I treat people the same way. I ain't gave no big contribution like that. I'll say the music I feel, honestly. You know, I just respect all independent artists and their craft. And I support them. Like, Scott Buck, like I was saying, it was just a show last night. They tried to give me the show because give me the show. I'm like, no, bro, I know what it is. You know, I know you guys are out here starving, hustling, and, you know, trying to make it, and every dollar fucking matters. So here, let me buy your shirt.
Right.
You know, so I ain't really done nothing. Music, like the music venue that I manage, I've done more like for the venue itself, trying to make, you know, something that it's it was an actual theater back in 1928.
Right.
And they turned it into a music venue, and they had this landed floor. The bathroom's always been messed up. I used to go when I was like 15 years old. And now my partner in the wrestling company owns it. So he saw the business and how I run business. I took a pawn shop, we won't mention the name, but I took one of their stores from being the worst in the district to the best for like 3-4 years in a row.
Damn.
So they just had a business. I have a business mindset.
Right.
So when we did the wrestling stuff, he see me going to the music thing. He saw now I do business, and we get someone to help him with the venue, make it better. And ever since then, we changed everything about the venue. Becoming a better music venue, and then with the wrestling, it's a home for us, you know, to do our show and do what we can do without having to worry about owners of venues hating deathmatch wrestling.
Right.
So, but the wrestling industry, I mean, really, my best one that I've been told, because I've been told it so much, is that how I treat the wrestlers like people, instead of, you know, trying to control them and trying to do stupid ass shit that's done in independent scene of wrestling. I don't play the politics shit. Right. I really don't. You know, like if you like somebody, the buddy system don't work for me. You know, the beef shit don't work for me. Because my personal feelings, I came from something else. So if beef meant something different if there was an issue. It wasn't an online, run my fucking mouth about you, act tough on the keyboard type shit. So I really don't like that shit. So I'm the type to come to work. I don't care if you don't like somebody, work, get paid, have fun. Let's go home. Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's business, and you got to look at it as a job, honestly.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I've been told by all my wrestlers. You know, I help my wrestlers hungry. I feed them. You know, they got an idea. I listen to them. I'd rather be honest. I'd rather listen to my wrestlers than tell them what to do.
Right.
You know, behind the scene curtain, you know, type shit, break kayfabe type shit. But it's just, I feel like even in the music industry, if you let someone be themselves, you can get 110. You force someone to be something that they actually not. I feel like you could get 60, 70. Never get a full-fledged 100. You know, so I mean that's pretty much my best thing. Trying to give Indiana the wrestling and deathmatch wrestling from a fan's perspective, because I was a fan, always been a fan. My dad tells stories about how he made my mom sit in front of the TV and watch wrestling with the volume fucking loud. When everybody was getting on to WWF, my dad was making me watch Smoky Mountain and Terry Funk and Rick
shit.
Flair, you know, and shit like that, Bruiser Brody, and so I wasn't allowed to watch all that shit when it was top, and I had to watch it later because I got told something different. So, you know, and then when I got in the wrestling industry, I just went and just showed you don't have to do politics, and you put on good fucking wrestlers and take care of your wrestlers and pay them and not rip people off.
We're going to get along great because I believe that same shit in the music industry. And that's something that we've pushed for in this area for a while. This whole collective here, like pretty much for the most part, anybody who's promoted, we push for pay for artists. That's a big thing, you know, split the door. Well, what if the artists don't work? Well, you know, as a promoter, you're supposed to be doing your job also. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, that's just part of the fucking job, you know. That's the difference between an event organizer and a promoter, in my opinion, is taking care of your people.
Yeah, I got to start working on both sides, you know, because being a fan of it and being wrestling, I didn't really know. I knew producing music. I knew, like, managing artists and stuff like that. I did that a lot. But I never knew, like, the backside of concerts. And I had different feelings, you know. I can see that point all the time, or I can see that point now working for a venue, what it costs for them to put on the shows. What it costs them for a rental, even though you're renting it in. So I feel like it's a 50-50. Because, I mean, there's some artists, from my perspective in music, that just because you got 100 million likes and comments and things on Twitter and Facebook, you come to a show and you can only have 15 people there, why should I have to pay you a certain amount?
Right.
It's like you're not worth that. You know, it goes to wrestling, honestly, too. You know, there's some
seats and
stuff, I won't put it that deep, but there's certain
asses and
stuff
seats.
that you want. But in my mind as a promoter, if I pay you this fee, can you guarantee me that amount of fans at least at the door? And if you can't, why do you feel like you're justified to have that amount of money? You know, so I feel everybody should get paid, but I feel like it's a 50-50. I think we all come together in the independent world, help each other make it, and go back to the barber system. When I blow the fuck up, I bring you with me. You blow
That's
the
how
fuck
it's
up,
supposed to be.
Yeah, so that's my whole motto on both industries.
You remember that back in around 2000, 2002? Everybody was a promoter.
Yep.
Everybody was trying to do that. And there was a lot of people out there, he ain't lying, they would just take your money.
Yeah.
And not even work. Like, not even put any work in.
Right. Oh, I got a quote given to me last night by a
running
dude.
around in Detroit in her parents' dollar and stuff, you know.
I had
It
a
was
quote
real
last-
work back then, not just pushing a button on fucking Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep. It's that
I
groundwork,
think,
man.
you know, on both sides of those that go, you know, I feel like there's always that problem because I've seen both sides of it. Been independent music, been independent wrestling, you know, been a fan, been, you know, the promotion thing. I never knew independent wrestling was in Indiana like it is. Then I started a company and then I started seeing all of it. Well, the promotion ain't there. Even concerts, promotion should be on both sides.
Yep.
It should always be, we all want this shit to fucking pop, so we all make good ass fucking money. And I think I've seen different times on like different concerts, different wrestling shows. You've got people that don't shoot promos. You got people that won't show their flyers. But you got promoters that all they do is do flyers. They don't do social media. You got some promoters that do social media, but yet they won't boost the post.
Right.
You know, so there's so many different aspects. I agree that, you know, promoters do it, but I've also seen artists, you know, we all slack. You know, some slack more than the most. But
yeah, I think
we
you
all
got to
got to
play
come
it by
together.
ear too, man. Like if just posting it's not doing it, then you got to boost it, man. You just got to use your judgment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nope, lost it. Definitely. I feel like I've seen it, and that's what, like, I know that boosting a post, when I came into this, I didn't understand that shit until I started, doing the insights and understanding the numbers and shit. People were wondering how I only got 5,000 likes, but I got, coming, banging 100,000 views, banging, doing this. You just got to make sure you promote your fucking brand. There's a reason I walk around all day everywhere with a logo on my head. There's a reason that I don't care who you are. When my new show drops, I'm going to message you at 2 a.m. Hey, man, check this out.
Yeah.
That's the reason I got artists that come do shows. And best believe if they want something from me, I get something from me. Hey, man, I own a wrestling company. You want to do something for me real fast?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
feel that.
I'm going to make a quick. I'm going to make a quick
Get
comment.
that new logo. I want to stick that on everything.
I'm going to make a quick comment about the whole boosting posting. People need to realize how far $5 will go.
Yeah,
$5. Like, instead of going and buying that stupid $5 coffee, put it on. Boost
Care about
that
your
post.
event.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
In the end, show love to your own event. That's your event. Take pride in it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, and if you're paying somebody to promote you, like this should be in in all of the above policy. Like there shouldn't even be a discussion about whether or not they're going to boost it, and at least know how it works in the back end a little bit so that they can't buffalo you.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's actually something we do. I know in the music industry, the owner of the venue, they do their own things. So I can't speak on that. I speak on what I handle. But I know on my end, if there's this certain, I got to keep the curtain closed somewhat. Poke the head out a little bit. But if there's certain things that it should be done and agreed on, that you do this. Like me, I know myself. I know how many boost posts I'm gonna do and what they're on and what I'm trying to gain from that. And with that, they, like he said, $5, you never know. I actually had a fan. The first time I boosted a post was for my first deathmatch tournament. And it was the first one we ever did. We actually started, my partner took the reins at first, and he was like a WWE life. And there's like 30 companies here in Indiana that do this. So I was like, try deathmatch, he's scared to death. So then finally listened to me, we did the deathmatch tournament. Well, when I boosted the post, instead of doing Indiana, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to try it one time. I'm going to do more than just Indiana. A fan from the UK came over here just to see my wrestling show off a boosted post because I finally decided in my mind I had to open my horizons at wrestling. I should not just worry about it. I should not just worry about Indianapolis 5-mile radius around my house. I should worry about the world. Now I had a guy that just paid that. I didn't get all the money, but he paid almost thousands of dollars to come all the way over here to see my wrestling. So it's like people don't understand what they can do merch-wise online. You have people that never come to your show buy tickets. I have a fan out of state that never comes to my show, but every show he buys one. You never know what kind of sport is out there. There ain't that much. Sometimes, motherfuckers don't support, but there is. And if you open your eyes and broaden the horizon, it could always come to something.
And that's one of the big things, too, that I'll vouch for. A lot of the diehards and stuff, you never know who you're going to touch with that. They come to one show, and you never know. I have diehards from back in the day that I promoted to, face-to-face when that was cool. A lot of people don't like that. I mean, people like it, but a lot of people don't do that face-to-face no more. But they've come to every show since, or, most of the shows that they can. I mean, now life's a little busier for them, but they still make an effort every stinking time. And that you never know with that boosted post, you could reach that ear. You know what I'm saying? That keeps coming and keeps supporting your stuff. And just that little $5 that you could throw into it.
Not only that, but man, if you're monetizing your shit online appropriately, the redirect traffic off of those boosts.
Right.
Kicking it over to your YouTube videos and casts and stuff like that. It's invaluable for the amount of money you spend to do it.
Yep.
From my whole life, one thing that covers all that and life is it takes money to make money.
Feel that.
You gotta invest in yourself. Why would you expect anybody else to invest in you if you ain't got the balls and the heart to invest in yourself?
Yep. Absolutely. That's a fucking life lesson there.
Yeah.
I'm not a big dog. I'm just a dog barking.
Yup. I definitely that's some good advice to take. Like and investing don't even necessarily mean money all the time. The time. Put the time in, put the groundwork in. Make it work. There's free ways to promote. Word of mouth is still the top form of promotion anywhere.
Yep.
That don't cost you shit.
100%.
Hey, I just want to throw out there too. It's like and I think, you know, like 4 or 5 months ago or whenever, when when I was actively involved in the show,
right,
is that we got to remember, like the Jeff Bezos of the world, or the McDonald dude, or the you know, the Tom McDonald's or the M&Ms or whatever. They all started with nothing, with absolutely nothing, and they all, you know, to Gary's point, they all started believing in themselves and started investing.
Yep.
You know, bits and pieces, and look where they're at now.
And if
Yeah,
you
I have a
invest,
similar bit of advice to what Gary had. It was characterized differently. To me, that it was I learned it as know your value.
Yeah.
Yep. I totally agree.
Which is the nice way of saying don't take any shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's business when you're there. It's a job. Take it as a job.
Yep.
You're not going to go to work and give your boss a hard time at your day job. If you do, chances are you're out the fucking door. So why would you treat somebody else like that in the industry? You know what I'm saying? Go to work, get your work done, and leave, and treat each other right. At the end of the day, that's going to get you a lot more connections and keep you solid with a lot of fucking people.
100%. Guys, my phone's about to die. I appreciate the time. I'd love to do this again.
Yeah, I will be in touch with you tomorrow, Gary. I know you said you don't want calls late, so I'll be in touch with you tomorrow.
Hey, I have 3 daughters and a wife, so yeah, I'm already getting the stink eye. So
yeah, I feel it, man. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Could you tell the people where to check you out again and give them
boy, let's get the long ass piece of paper. You can check me at AsylumWrestlingRevolution.com if you have not noticed. AWR. You can see me at that. If you go to that leads to my IWTV page with all our shows on there. Go check it out. If you ain't on IWTV and it's something you want to go with, use the code AWR Life. It will give me the independent scene a little love when you use that code. So they used to offer free days. They don't offer that no more. So use that code. It supports us. I appreciate that. After that, you want to go to Twitter, AWR Life. I'm not big on the Twitter. I'm too old for TikTok. I shouldn't be on TikTok. If you're over 35 and you're not promoting, you should not be on TikTok. Personal opinion, sorry. YouTube, you can find me at Asylum Wrestling Revolution. Check out the free matches. Go check out that Mickey and Akira banger. I swear you've never seen an intergender death match like Mickey Knuckles and Akira. I promise you. I will guarantee you until you watch that 30-minute street fight at the Emerson Theater where they were on East 10th Street fighting in the middle of the road all the way to people getting concussions for TVs. Shit. Check that out. Free match on there. You can go to, let's see, Instagram, Asylum Wrestling Revolution. Facebook's Asylum Wrestling Revolution. I got a Teespring. I don't even know if that's the real thing. They changed the company name, but that's what it was. The Asylum. You can get merch on there. You can go to IWTV shop, buy some merch on there. I got new merch about to drop real soon. Everybody coming to Indianapolis on November 25th at the Emerson Theater. Check out Drake Younger's return home to Indianapolis in a death match with Eric Dillinger. We got a lot more matches, but I'm running that paper thin, so I'm going to let you guys finish your guys' podcast. I appreciate all you guys in the whole independent scene. Support your artists and support each other, please.
Appreciate you joining, bro. I'll be in touch. Thanks for doing it.
Hit me up, guys.
Always love some knowledgeable advice. That was awesome. That was a like-minded individual. I appreciate that stuff. To continue on with the question, DJ The Ha, what do you think your greatest contribution is to your genre?
Honestly, I don't think I've ever really put a whole lot of thought into it. But like overall, I think my biggest contribution to the music scene as a whole is trying to set examples and teach the younger guys on what to do and what not to do. It's like for me, like being in the music, it's not about fame. It's not about getting recognition or any of that. It's more about touching people and trying to teach them, like especially newcomers and up and comers, like trying to teach them what to do and what not to do, and more on the business side of things,
Right. I think there was a generation there that just didn't teach like anything music. I mean, I work with people who don't know who the fuck Blink-182 is. Kids, man. And I think there was a generation there, not just music business wise, just music education in general, that just didn't give these kids the knowledge that we had.
Yeah.
I knew about the young MCs. I wasn't around when his shit dropped, really. I was young if I was, but I knew about that. The Sir Mix-a-Lots, the 2 Live Crews. I knew about that shit because I was raised on that. And somewhere in there was a fucking generation gap that failed big time on educating their kids with music.
Yeah.
It's shitty, man. Like I could even name like old school bands from the 70s, and these guys are just like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Actually, to elaborate on that a little bit more, we got to remember that, like, that gap started when MySpace was promoting music.
That is true. That is very true. You got a valid point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it got saturated.
Yep.
It did. Yep. Very much so. And then that's when people started blowing up online.
It's happening again with TikTok, except these kids, they don't know what it is. In the MySpace days, it was in lieu of the market saturation on MySpace. Today, it's in lieu of like 30-second fucking jingles that go across their screen. Like that's what they want to hear.
Right.
Yeah, but the problem is there's no longevity in any of it.
I was just going to say that good news for us, that burns itself out as quickly as it becomes a trend.
Yeah. You notice a lot there isn't longevity really. I mean, we had our one-hit wonders. Don't get me wrong. I love even like the older generations that are like, music was so much better back then. You had your duds back then too. I mean, every generation had them. It just seems like it's getting more prominent nowadays with what we have, our resources that we have, the 30-second jingles, it's a one-hit wonder sort of ordeal.
Logistically, on the radio end, it doesn't make much sense either because we don't have any form of regulation here on that. Like, it's up to whoever owns the station to play whatever. And you visit other nations, and it isn't like that. There's rules that say they have to play a certain percentage of independent artists, regardless of who signed them.
Right.
And that helps them a lot, believe it or not.
Well, now it's almost all corporately owned. Like I've looked into radio a lot lately, wink, wink, and like it's all going corporate. Like even a lot of the local stations here aren't broadcasting from their headquarters. They have an office here that you could go talk to a secretary, but they're not even recording their shit there anymore. So it's all getting bought up, and it's all. That's why you hear all the same shit all the time.
Thank iHeartRadio for that shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey,
Cumulus.
It's all about the mighty dollar, unfortunately. I mean, look at what all the big record labels are doing too. Actually, I was just watching a podcast a couple days ago. I can't remember the dude's name, but it was a random one I found on YouTube. And this dude actually works for Warner Records. Mm-hmm. And he flat out said that the record companies will do whatever they can to pay Spotify, to pay Apple, to pay all these big streaming platforms to make sure that their artists get first dibs,
get circulation the way they want it. Right.
Yep. So us independents really don't have a chance.
Yeah, even it's getting ridiculous because you'll be on like, I'll use Pandora as an example. And you can go through an LP of an artist, and there'll be 3 to 5 tracks on that LP that just are not available on that streaming service. You can't even listen to the whole album.
Yeah. Yep. It's gotten to that point. It's sad. It's a sad thing to see.
When a song gets onto the top 40 playlist, what what does the song have to do in order to get on that list?
Are we talking iTunes, Apple, just anything in general? Or are you talking billboards?
Anything at
I know
all.
billboards are a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, even more to the point, like, do they even factor in streaming with Billboard charts anymore? Because I mean, radio is not.
I don't know.
I
don't know. You guys talking about this?
If they're already paying the streaming people, if they're already paying them for plays, how honest is the chart now?
Well, I've never understood it, because all you have to do for it to be a top 40 hit is stick it on the top 40 list, and it's on the top. It's a big hit.
It's like back
You know
in
what
the
I mean?
radio days, like when they were all independent stations, it was kind of based on like Cody was saying before, word of mouth. Like if you got circulation at the station, that could spread to other stations and your music could fan out that way. And if you got a certain amount of play nationally, that's what got you on the top 40, whatever. You know, if you were in a certain amount of circulation for a certain amount of time during a week. And or a month, I can't remember what it was. But now it's like that now if they're still using something like that, it's just utterly misrepresented, in my opinion. If they're paying people for plays and it's all, each station's owned by one of 6 corps, 6 media companies or something, it's just all a front.
And
I just feel like the only
if you
reason
dig
those
deeper,
songs are getting all those plays is because they're being put in front of people to be played
differently
So
than
it's this
an
weird
artist.
thing that to me creates this odd the thing that everybody's aware of, the ambiguity of how to get successful and have your song be famous or popular and well played. It's like there's a reason. There's got to be some reason why that's being put in front of the masses and getting all those plays, because that's where the plays are coming from, is that it's been advertised.
Man, I was reading something. There's like Swedish songwriting teams that are composed of sociologists and psychologists, and they use specific tones in pop music. If you read a lot of the 90s pop co-credits and stuff, these guys are credited. And there's like a formula to it. And when you read these lyrics, they don't make any fucking sense when you read them out loud.
Yeah. Yep, I've read something about that before. I can't remember.
I wish I could recall more about it, but I cannot. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. Like there's a reason it's being put in front of them, and it's because it's designed from the bottom up to make a buck. It has nothing to do with the art anymore. And back in the day, we used to have to split into a teams of 2 and drive to, 3 different states with demo tapes and records and get it circulated that way and beg the DJ, show them. And now they've simulated that process by creating something that tricks your brain into thinking it's good when you hear it at first. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
To talk about the radio stations, Cody and Rhymaholic, you guys already said,
Get
and
your
Jake.
fucking shit together. This is unfucking usable. I swear to God. Get your shit together.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
So most of the radio stations are now owned by these big conglomerates, these big corporations.
Yeah.
And if you dig deeper, the CEOs of these radio stations have ties to all the major record labels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yep.
Yeah, and those major record labels at the very top are often partially owned by NBC Media or some bullshit like that. I think there was, I don't remember where the report came from, but it's like there's 6 or 7 media companies that in one way or another own a controlling stake in almost every newspaper, radio station, and television, all of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You even see newspapers from here outsourcing, like our local Adrian paper here. They don't even print that paper here anymore.
Nope, same in Jackson.
That's not even written here. It's outsourced now.
Yeah,
it's
actually,
like MLive now.
A lot of artists. There's a lot of independent local artists that, in my opinion, their lyrics or music has more value than a lot of the pop songs that are huge. True Classic, for example, a guy I know from Ann Arbor, he's got an album. There's a song on the album called Einstein on Acid, and it's got this like clip in the beginning of an interview, talking about. Oh, it's not Albert Camus. I can't remember the name of the guy, but it's the guy who discovered LSD, and he's talking about the bike ride that he went on when he had spilled some of it on his shirt or something. He went on a bike ride and started tripping balls,
or
something like that. It's basically talking about the beginning of LSD and how it was discovered. That's educational shit.
Yeah,
but it's not, and it's a
Albert
great
Hoffman.
fucking song. Albert Hoffman, that's right. It's a great song, and you can learn from it, and it's trippy. It's got a whole feel, but that's not up there.
Right.
We got Billie Eilish talking about like she's the bad guy.
I can't even hear shit like that because I start getting pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not this like this cheesy like, oh man, I never made it kind of resentment. It's just like I scoff at it because they're making a mockery of it.
And it's sad. You go look at the song credits. A lot of these songs have 5 to 10 writers.
Yeah, collaborative efforts, fucking Disney shit.
Yeah.
So how do they make any money then?
Shit,
Yeah, I mean that is the part that I don't get. You know, like like let's say the Billie Eilish, just to pick on her for a minute. It's like how is she making any money? If there's like 4 or 5 writers, there's a the record label takes a percentage, the lawyers take a percentage. It's
they make money. They make money touring and concession.
Does Billie Eilish have writers?
Well, I'm sure.
Her brother, believe it or not, does most of her writing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just her and her brother in her bedroom, from what I've seen.
But I think that Billie Eilish, all due respect, that skank's kind of like in the TikTok category, in my opinion. Like,
actually, I could care less for it.
Lucas,
Her
I saw
songs
your
are
hand
big
up.
on TikTok. Let's be honest.
Lucas, I saw your hand up. What do you got to add?
Everything in this country is controlled by these 6 major companies that own the radio stations. You got Disney, fucking Bezos, Elon Musk, and like 4 other people that own 90% of the industry in America in any genre or any art system. And that's why it's fucked, because if it's not something they want to promote, these 6 or 7 heads of companies,
StreamYard,
it all
Yeah,
turns
it's
into
not based around like Jake said, that this other artist that's monumentally bigger, right? And it's not even like based around whether or not they're good. It's based around the formula. Like, okay, you brought this in. Like, is at the end of the day, is it gonna turn the coin we want it to turn? Not like this has to be brought to the world because it's profound.
Exactly. There's actually a show I'm watching right now on fucking Amazon Prime, Scorpion. They actually had an episode where this kid created a machine that could create the mathematically perfect beat loop, and how like 6 of the top 10 songs were made with this technology. And that's where shit's really heading, and it sucks because it's taking the art.
What's that
and the
stupid shit though? That
personalism out
AI
of
rapper, man. They had a stupid AI rapper it was an AI bot that talked to people for like 5 or 6 years and learned a bunch of speech, and then they made it into a rapper, man. They canceled it as soon as they tried to launch it, but it's not even a real person, dude.
Yeah, I think Cody
It's not
figured
even
out
a
why they
human.
canceled it the other day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
I was like, what is this? This is a thing, eh?
Yeah. Some bullshit. People work their whole lives at shit, and you got a computer taking over. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but eventually, I honestly believe, it's like the whole AI stuff is a fad. People are eventually going to realize that, even us, we've been around since the internet started.
You're right, man.
And we keep going back to like old ways.
Well, it loses its gleam after a minute. It's still shiny right now.
Yep.
It's still fun to play with.
Just wait. I mean, World War III is in development right now with Russia and Ukraine and shit.
No
Eventually, that
politics.
EMP is gonna hit, and everybody's gonna be lost as fuck.
Not me.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
I'll be
You turn
fine.
the- I put it this way: you turn the internet off for fucking 24 hours, you're gonna lose half the rap game. Bet.
Bro, you turn the internet off for 24 hours, we're gonna lose half the fucking population.
That's a true story, man. It's kind of sad, but
At the same time, it'll double because they'll all be too busy banging.
You know who's going to be left?
True.
All the people who don't know how to work the internet. And then the internet's going to come back on, and unfortunately,
And they're gonna
all
think
those
they invented it.
people are old as fuck. All those same people are old as fuck, so those people are going to die off pretty soon, and then the world will end.
damn.
Essentially, yeah.
On that note, we got some bills to pay, and Jake has a question for the cast tonight. It's a pretty important one, and I'm gonna let him take over for a second right after this commercial break.
Yeah, the question is.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you wanna talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Nice. I love that new commercial.
Yeah,
It's all about it's something we're gonna promote a little more, especially being musicians. Mental health is a really big thing. I'm gonna let Jake take over for a minute, and yeah.
Yeah, we're sponsored by depression, so go out and buy that shit.
Get you some.
Get you some depression.
And
Fucking-
colostomy bags.
And if you want to get the premium account,
Canceled.
Holy fuck,
Oh, I dropped it into my foot.
oh my whole. I was thinking about this earlier, and yesterday. Actually, not having the feeling, but considering the feeling that I've had before, which is every now and then you start thinking about your musical journey and what you're doing and all the work you've put into it and how far you've actually come. And then you start considering how far along you are in life, which for me is not that far. But nonetheless, I'll look at all my guitars and my recording shit, and I'll look at all the stuff I've done. I'm like, where has it really gotten me? Is it time to sell all this shit? Call it good? Try and focus on a career? Like, where am I going to be in the next 10 years? Am I going to be homeless, still trying to make it? And is it time to grow up and all that kind of stuff? And there have been several times where I've looked at all my guitars and all my equipment and just said, you know, maybe I should consider selling all this and just calling it good. But I've never done that. I've never come to the conclusion that it's time to do that. It's always like, well, if I do that, I'm going to regret it. If I do that, the thing that I spend like 5 hours a day doing at least when I'm not working, that's just going to be cut out of my life if I do that. So I didn't really have a question for this. It's just a thing I wanted to talk about because it's something that comes up every now and then in my mind. Very rarely. But have any of you guys had a version of that? And if you, how do you deal with it? Actually, more importantly, we all do different things. How does that manifest towards what you do? Because for me, it's mostly the guitar equipment and the recording shit and all that stuff. So how does that manifest?
I think music gets a bad rap in the arts because you just get labeled, for lack of a better term here, boys, like you get labeled as the slacker. Okay, now if you were a fine arts person, you could do sculpture and painting. Would people be saying, hey, it's time for you to sell your canvas and your paints and all your clay and your kiln and all that shit you make all that beautiful stuff with and grow up? Fuck no, they're not going to say that shit.
Right. I think it's a one in a million thing. Like I've been to that point when I took my 3-year break from shit, where it's like I sold all my stuff. I actually did get rid of the stuff. I didn't know if I was going to do it again. I had a family at the time. I was like, man, maybe it's time. You know, I have a kid on the way. Before, you know, I knew I was going to become a single dad, have to figure out life a different way, and found it again. I think the true love always shines through, though. I've heard this story a million times of people, you know, sitting it down and then they pick it back up because they're like, wow, this is passion, man. The passion always takes over in the end.
Yeah, when you see it different too. Like when you come back to it, it's not just something you're doing for fun anymore. It's something you're doing as a conduit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's almost a release.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Like I set it down for those 3 years. Kind of my story. Not trying to take over too much. And anybody who wants to chime in, fuck yeah. But with my story, you know, sitting it down for 3 years, sold all my equipment, sold my mic that I worked my ass off for. I was fucking jobless when I got that, or when I first started pursuing that. Got a job, got that mic, you know, $400 fucking mic. Finally proud of it. Finally fucking worked my way up, not having to fuck go to somebody else's shit and mix my own shit on it, and having the quality that I wanted at that time. Giving all that up, and then, you know, even stepping foot back into it 3 years later, it's like, how are people going to perceive this now? This is a whole new fucking world. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know if it's going to last. Of course it has. It's been a lot better this time around. You know, I'm not so active in stuff I'm not supposed to be active in. But, you know, my personal story, I think everybody gets that feeling at one point. You sit there, you're just like, you know, you played show your fucking life, but you get at home and you're still like, you know, what did I really do? You know what I'm saying? You can play in front of 1,000 people. You're proud of it at the moment you get home. You're like, what did I really do, though? I'm still here. I'm still broke. I'm still not making what I make off this shit.
Yeah, man, when I
so
came
look,
back around to it, it was like,
go ahead, do your thing.
What's up, Frankie?
I was about to say something. Robin Harley, go and do your thing, though.
I was gonna say, it's like for me that when I came back to it, it was like it was the feeling I got in front of the people I was performing in front of. Mm-hmm. It was like a rush. That's what I was back after. You know what I mean? Like that feeling. You know, when I came back to it, it was like a release. I was, you know, ready. It was it was a whole different mode, man.
Yup. Frankie, what'd you have?
Man, you ain't yeah. I never feel that shit. You know why? Cause I never be waking up in the morning and being like, damn, I'm supposed to be doing something. You know what I mean? Like, I always kept doing this shit, man. Cause this shit like a movie, like a Netflix series, bro. Like this shit take you a little bit of everywhere. This shit'll take you flat fucking broke. This shit'll have you up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You feel me? But no matter where you take this shit gonna take you somewhere. And then like, listen, man. Ain't no don't put making it in like quotations. Just set goals, bro, and just keep on completing goals and making a checklist. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is considered making it, because all my fucking life, this is all that I wanted to do was music. And now that's all the fuck I'm doing is music. All the fuck I'm doing is distributing my own music. All the fuck I'm doing is mixing and mastering and recording all my own shit. This is all that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can't stop this shit, because you know you gonna wake up and be like, man, I'm supposed to be doing this shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just.
That's what it turned into.
Yeah, you can't put the haul on this shit, man. Because if you get to looking around and you like, but I could really use the space, or man, this shit I ain't maneuvering nowhere. You just got to get the fuck up and maneuver your damn body. You know what I'm saying? Maneuver these 10 motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And get on this computer and
Get momentum.
Google up some shit. Yeah, like you got to make sure every avenue, like earlier, I need logos, like, because I know it's something else with this shit that we just fucking missing. Maybe it's just that graphic. Maybe it's just that promotion an hour before and motherfuckers think it's a show about to happen, but it's just us. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what you might be, the little spice or ingredient you might be missing to make shit go all the way. You know what I'm saying? So just to respond to what you said, shit, just don't stop. Keep going. I'm gonna send you a song, Jake. You're gonna be like, bro, this shit, you're gonna want to beatbox this shit, bro. Swear to God. It's by Mos Def. But yeah, don't stop. Keep going, bro. Like, period. Like, don't ever forget that shit. Even when shit looking like ground zero and you know what I'm saying, like shit just all fucked up, like, and you don't know what to do and you're on the verge of like really crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Go make a fucking song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna let you guys go off on this, but I will end it with a positive because it's more about where I'm at now. But continue.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Wake up, and I think the biggest thing to remember at the end of the day is remember why the fuck you started.
Yep.
Remember why the fuck you started. That was one thing I missed. Like, and I thought about it every fucking day after I sold that goddamn mic, after I sold that whole fucking setup. Like, remember why you started doing that. And of course, I took my time off. I had to figure life out, and there was more important priorities in front of it, obviously. But I had to figure life out at the time. The one thing. And people are always like, man, your stage show nowadays, you're just so comfy up there now. It's like, yeah, I got more comfy with myself in the meantime also, and I came back even stronger than I was. So I don't think it's ever a problem to sit it down for a second. You got to go take care of something real quick. You always come back to it, though. The passion always brings you back.
Hey, man, I lost some equipment, like, organically, you know, like it happened in a flood. And that shit straight up depressed me. I never, since that day, I never thought ever again, like, do I want to do this or do I not? Now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
computer files and all types. Man, what?
Yeah.
Man, bro, external hard drives, music videos to where it's like you took hours and hours to get people all together. Yeah. And it's like 25, 30 people here off of one little fucking music video. Now the footage is gone. Yeah, that's enough to break a motherfucker, but fuck that shit.
Well, shit, recently,
yeah, I mean, shit, here I am, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
How much time I got?
Yeah, you got this, Chad. You got the floor, motherfucker.
I don't know what time it's your bedtime.
That was 33 minutes ago.
Do you need to change your saline drip?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I got Monster Energy with your name on it. It's going in the bag, bud. You're gonna be all fucked up.
It's one of these bad boys.
All right, I'm gonna get really, really personal.
Gonna give him a heart attack.
Yeah, you got the floor, Chad.
Okay, I'm
Welcome
gonna
to
get really
VH1 Storytellers.
No, I've given up music multiple times. I have sold off multiple pieces of equipment for various reasons. Some being outside influence, some being, because I got frustrated, because it wasn't going the way it was supposed to. But obviously, I keep coming back. But there's been plenty of times when I've basically sold, for example, I used to have a SVT4 US made Ampeg bass head and stack. I mean, the heads now are worth about $6,000 if you can find a American made one. And I to this day, I kick myself in the ass for selling it. But at the time, I got myself wrapped up in some basically not drugs but gambling, and I had to pay bills. You know, well, I had to pay bills and keep feeding my addiction at the time. So, not a very proud moment, let me tell you. But you know what I've realized is that even if you do get to a point where you want to like hang it up or get really frustrated with the music and decide to sell your stuff, the good thing that has always kept me on track is I know I'm going to eventually make enough money to go buy another piece of equipment. You know, it may not be the best, but ultimately for me personally, it's all about taking care of my own mental health when I play music. You know, the getting the attention or whatever from fans or an audience is secondary. It's like if you do the music for yourself first, you know, and use it as an outlet to get your head straight, that's all that really should matter.
Yeah, I feel that. And that's one of the reasons I'm not going to dip deep down inside of it. That's one of the reasons for my sobriety and shit right now is one of the talks that I had with a musician that's very close, that I still talk to when I have questions about shit. And I know he's went through it. Was he kind of got me thinking. He didn't get me on the topic. He got me thinking about shit too. With all that, how much money you save by putting stuff that you don't need down for how much you want something else. I want music bad. I was looking, I literally sat down, I did some calculations. Like, here's what I spend on alcohol a weekend without bar money, without money that I'm going to shows and spending at the bar beforehand or going out with friends. And
that's literally like having a problem, like when your boy has a problem, but they're unwilling to do anything to solve it. When you've got all these avenues right in front of you, you start thinking about it like that. It makes a lot of sense. Let him go for something better.
And I'll just throw out a number because I'm really not ashamed of it. But I was spending over $9,000 a year on bad habits. That's $9,000 a year I could have put into my craft that I didn't have because I wanted to have fun. So it's kind of one of those things. Like now, the passion burns so much that I've gotten to the point where I look at my bad habits and I'm like, I don't want to do that no more because I want this. And now I'm getting older. I'm getting to the point where I got to decide what the fuck I want out of life right now. And I know what the fuck I want out of life right now. And I think that kind of contributes. And I know, like, back in the day, that was one of the things that tore me down when I got to that point, was I was doing a lot of the partying and shit. And, you know, the music was a vent, but I was venting even more after the show. The after party was just a little bit funner than it needed to be most times. And it didn't really need to get that way at that point in time. That's when I was wild party boy guy. But I settled down this time around, luckily. Otherwise, it'd be a lot harder to do what I'm doing now. But you just look at that down on paper, and that just shows, like, it proved to me something like how bad I wanted it. That's $9,000 that I could put into something that probably 10,000 plus once you figure in bar money and once you figure in other shit that I've been doing and shit like that. Nothing bad, but still, it was just a bad habit. You know,
Dude, you know they have porn for free on the internet.
Yeah, but the hotlines are so fucking tempting. No, I'm one of those guys. I still stay up and watch the Girls Gone Wild commercials. I'm not gonna lie.
That still happens, huh?
No, I don't think so. But if it did, I would still be one of those guys.
If you are having a lonely night, please call 1-800-WE-ARE-18. That's 1-800-WE-ARE-18. That's right. You can call this and get yourself a temporary girlfriend for only $9.99 a minute. You can talk to somebody who is 18 years or older. Blah, blah, blah. That is an actual commercial I saw on television.
Wow.
No. When I was like 5 or some shit.
Man, I used to get insomnia real bad, and I used to call up whatever fucking number came across the TV and just spend I time myself and spend as long as I could on the phone fucking with their head. Like, and I didn't give a shit if they were trying to sell me a washing machine or
people.
What was that?
I'll end this on a positive, though.
The reverse of the extended car warranty people.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Before you go, Jake, I just kind of wanted to make a point though out of what I just said.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I was going to end the whole.
Well, no, before we get
topic
into
on a
like
positive.
we dip into something because I want to get to the next question and shit too. But I want to add though, times like that are times you see how passionate you actually are about something. The times that you want to quit, the times you want to give up, the times you actually look back, you take a step back and look at yourself. And this is what I could do to put myself in that situation. That shows how passionate you are about something. And that should show you don't fucking give it up if you are that fucking passionate about it, that you're willing to give up some of your fun time that might, you could have fun elsewhere. You could have fun elsewhere and in a more productive way if you really want something. And that's something that you really need to dig down deep inside and kind of tell yourself. And I'm going through one of those right now where I'm motivated as ever before and I'm doing it the right way. So I encourage everybody else to do the same. If you're truly passionate about something, don't fucking give up on it. I'm 31 years old and people give me shit for being 31. Like there's people that I know that are in their 40s getting signed right now.
Yeah, I don't think that applies anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hip hop has matured, man. That shit don't apply no more, man.
It doesn't.
Whatever you do, don't sign a 360.
No.
Well,
no.
I will say this. I am much further along now than I would have been if I had given any of it up. I am doing shit that I never thought that I would do. I kept playing guitar and I kept beatboxing, and now I met the Shattered Dreams guys. I've always wanted to be on a podcast. I'm on 2 now. I'm going on tour next year with a great group of people. These Shattered Dreams guys also helped put in perspective like certain aspects of work ethic. I have a list of shit to do on my computer now that I'm getting shit done. My business cards are better than they've ever been. I have a logo that I can stick on everything. I'm getting an idea of the kind of branding I want. I have a path that I'm setting ahead. I'm setting money aside for some advertising shit, some photo shoots, some video work. I have much more.
Better not advertise nothing until you get LLC. You
The
better
point
not get
is,
nothing.
I think I just saw a tumbleweed and shit.
bro, I'm dead, man. I'm fucking dead. Give me a glizzy. But the point is, I have a much better path now than I did then.
Hey, Jake.
What?
He needs you to change his colostomy bag.
I was about to say, I need my bag changed.
Don't ever say that like that. No,
Dad needs his colostomy bag changed. I need my tampons changed. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's gross.
No, yeah. Hey, Jake.
Yeah.
Jake. On a serious note, though, what Frankie just said is true.
Yeah, the LLC thing.
Yes. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be an LLC from the get-go, but at least get a DBA so you can separate the two. You know, it'll benefit you down the road. Tax purposes.
Yeah, I'll just
too.
stop in at Walmart and grab one up real quick.
It's actually on the internet, and you can write everything off.
Yes.
Yeah. Legal Zoom.
Or zenbusiness.com.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
I'll talk to you guys about that. I have no concept of LLCs or any of that shit.
It's just
They got a zip for that now, man. You answer a series of questions and square you up.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
pay
automated.
$200 or whatever it is.
Then you get one of those up there. One of those.
And it's important because it insulates you in terms of liability too. Like if you throw a party or do a show and a speaker falls over and kills somebody's cat and they try to sue you or some stupid shit like that, they can't sue Jake the person. They can sue Beatbox Jake Incorporated or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it separates the business from you as a person.
Yep. And the EIN number is like your social security number.
Yep.
So I can
Hey,
be like,
maybe
Beatbox
that's
Jake,
Especially if you're
LLC,
doing tax
MD.
write-offs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey,
So I
maybe
can be like,
that's a podcast idea right there.
I can be like Beatbox Jake, LLC, MD, PhD, BBX.
Walla Walla Bang Bang.
What just happened?
What the
R2D2
fuck is
over here.
BBX?
Beatbox. That's Beatbox, Frankie.
Did you just make up a hashtag, bro?
Hashtag
Now you
BBX
gotta
JKE.
start doing it.
You're fucking
that's
ridiculous.
That's a go.
Oh shit. No,
That's
and
gonna be
one
my new
other
logo.
thing.
It's not Beatbox Jake anymore. It's BBX JKE. What up? Hashtag fuck you.
Hashtag colostomy bag.
Pound sign. Hashtag number. Hashtag Octathorpe. What up? Hashtag.
Hashtag I'm not Shorzy.
Hashtag and not spell the whole word.
Well, one big thing too, in art, it's kind of off topic, but any artist trying to get on tour, ASCAP and BMI, big time. Grab that shit up. Before you go out, you are going to save so much fucking money on the road that way. Discounts galore, plus you're protected and paid for every show. Just a little bit more than you're already paid. For anybody who didn't know. Yeah.
And the good thing is, one of the two I can't remember is free.
Yes, BMI is free. ASCAP really don't cost a shit ton. You get more benefits that way. Like if you want to go to there's a specific hotel line that you can go to. You get 20% off every time you stay at said hotel. You get, there's a certain restaurant chain where you get, 10 to 15% off of everything that you go to. As far as I've been urging the team to sign up, and I want to share that with anybody trying to tour, who plans on staying at hotels, who plans on staying. I could honestly look that up real quick just to show you. I think it'd be kind of something cool for anybody because I see that independent touring is like a big thing right now.
Dude, if you're not sleeping in your car, van, truck, or bus, you ain't touring.
Fuck that shit. I gotta have a jacuzzi suite, bro.
Bruh, yeah, I gotta take a shower and shit.
But
Gotta take a shit.
Chancellor,
If
you've
you
been
got
doing
an
this long
RV,
enough
you
now.
ain't camping, bud.
Your tent fly, bud.
If you have a tent, that ain't fucking camping. You need to have made that shit out of gigantically, inconceivably sized leaves.
Hey, Jake, have you learned how to beatbox a fart?
Chad needs a sewage hookup. At his site.
If you could beatbox a fart like a 15 subwoofer, like that'd be crazy. That's straight bowel control, bro.
There you go.
There it is.
Bowel control.
And one of the big things as a ASCAP member is that I don't think BMI actually offers it. If you plan on, I've looked into this recently, quitting to do music full time. They offer insurance plans for artists and wellness programs. That was something that I feared, especially with having a kid. And I know a lot of musicians have kids these days. Not all, but a lot. It covers. It'll cover you. In terms of that,
ASCAP has insurance.
Yes, it does.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yep.
BMI, pull up.
Yep, it takes care of a lot of different shit. It definitely takes care of your health and wellness. They offer wellness programs so you can perform at your very best. They have some education programs in it. Fucking, there's a lot with ASCAP that you could use, and plus, like I said, a lot of people are like, well, I'm not getting paid for the show. Well, you are getting paid for the show if you got ASCAP. Should you get paid for the show by the promoter? Yes, you should still get paid by the promoter for the show. But ASCAP will provide you with extra for your music royalties as long as the bar that you're performing at is abiding by the rules. And if they're not, sue the fuck out of them.
This fucked up some shit though in the communities I run in. BMI was trying to scare bars into, and this is different. If you're a professional musician and you're playing a show, that's one thing. You should be getting paid for that. But if you're going to an open mic where it's free and it's for anybody and it's supposed to be open, that's not the kind of place where you go to get paid. So for BMI to start coming in and calling these bars and trying to scare the owners into, hey, you can't have this live music here without paying us $6,000 a year, which one bar owner I knew fell for it, and it really kind of ruined his reputation with the people he had built rapport with. That's
Are they
any
limiting
bar
them
owner.
on both sides of that though? Like you can't have these bands unless you pay this, but also are they saying you can't have anybody but these bands, or these bands have to join with us to play here?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's like it's about open mics. Like a bar will try and have an open mic, and then BMI will start calling them like, hey, what are these people getting paid? What the fuck's going on? It's like, that's not what an open mic is. Fuck off. We're trying to have get out of here.
Actually, there's a lot more to it, guys.
There was the big thing about it that I noticed. I know a Toledo venue put up with it back in the day was, and they told us specifically, no cover songs. You cannot play a cover song here.
Yeah.
And if it's your own, you got to play all your own original material, no cover songs whatsoever. Because that's where that falls into
that. To me, that's what an open mic should be about anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's new talent.
But you could get away with that. You could bend that rule at open mics too. Cause you just be like, well,
as long as you change it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now the other thing with BMI or even ASCAP or CSAC, anytime you have a restaurant, a bar, or anything that has any sort of music playing, be it even a radio, they have to pay.
Yeah. Yep.
So
that's another one. Sound scan.
Yep.
Get on the radio, get a sound scan, because otherwise you're cheating yourself.
So they're out there like trying to collect your royalties for you and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically how you get your royalties is by BMI, ASCAP, and all them guys making these bars and venues and all them pay a the listening fee or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And somebody coming after him for open mics though. That's a whole other thing.
No, but what I'm saying is that I'm sure there's a lot more to it than, because if they had a bar and they were advertising open mics and other performances, then BMI will definitely come in and try to take you.
Yeah, but just an open mic a week.
That's covers,
that's what I'm talking about.
Covers are the big thing they break down on.
They didn't do anything else at this bar. No even radio playing in the background.
Not at the time.
To have a jukebox.
Now they had a radio, but BMI was specifically talking about live music. Now what I'm thinking is maybe BMI didn't know it was just an open mic, and if they did, that's none of their fucking business. Open mic is not for people to come and be professional. It is to a degree. If you are a professional, you're trying to present yourself like that anyway. It's for people who haven't done it before or are trying to kind of get out there and start performing. That's what an open mic is good for. And if you're gonna come in,
especially
and
at the smaller venues,
picking on the little guys is kind of fucked up.
But I'm going to throw this out there, and I mean this in a very good way, okay? But knowing that BMI is going after these bars to make sure that you end up getting paid, like if you were a member.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. If I was a couple rungs up or something, I'd be happy they're collecting my money and helping me and taking care of that. Absolutely. But and I mean, there is something to be said for the concept of going into at least the larger venues and say, hey, you got all these live performers. Are these guys getting paid like they ought to be?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Now how they go about it, and the only reason I know even as much as I do about it is because I ran a bar for about 3 years, and I had to deal with them every freaking year. is
But
their tactics are not very tactful.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
gonna leave
but
it at that.
at the same token, on the other side of that, it just seems kind of derivative of the same problem they're trying to police.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine for all the live music. That great, vouch for that. The open mic thing has to be much easier to set up. If it wasn't for
Take it on
open
the little
mics, I
guy
would
at
not
that
be
point.
sitting here right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're shitty.
Yeah, and like I just said, I mean, the way they go about it is not the most tactful. Unfortunately. You know, it's
Which is why I'm
kinda-
switching to ASCAP.
I mean, it's kind of like how the record labels are, dictating what gets played.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, the
All
big
goes
ones.
hand in hand. Rhymaholic, you got to leave.
Yeah, I got to trip out, guys.
Tell people where to check you out real quick before you head off, and hopefully you join next week. Always love the
Follow me on
discussion.
Instagram.
We're gonna get you in the group chat.
Yeah, hook me up. Let's get to work.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Where can they check you out on Instagram at?
Rhymaholic.
Rhymaholic. All righty. Check him out, Rhymaholic. Hopefully I see you next week, sir.
Yeah, I'll be back. See you then.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's still there. Have a good one, dude. Nice meeting you.
Jake just the hell, man. I think his shit's fucking up tonight. It happens to the best of us. Well, back to discussion. Maybe I hope
Dude, can you turn that background music off?
No, absolutely not. So back to the discussion. We got one last question for the night. It's a good one. I'm gonna make you guys think a little bit. Each and every single one of you guys gonna have to think about this real quick. We'll start with you, Jake. Last question of the night. We're gonna do a video review after this. If you guys are down to tune in, we got a new one from the boys. Okay. Say you have an unlimited budget for tour, right? You guys have an unlimited budget. Get any artist that you want on a tour with you. You could pick 4. Who you picking? Start with you, Jake.
Just any artist whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm getting Reaps 1. Slayer. Joe Satriani.
Oh shit.
Trying to figure out what fits well with what I do live. Fucking Biokillers.
Oh shit. Damn, son.
Actually,
Right,
I have an unlimited budget, so I'm going to pick more. Iggy Shivak, Faster Taxi, and everybody else I know.
There we go. We're gonna have a fucking 75 fucking artist tour.
No, hang on. It depends on the show. So if I'm going to have the big show, it'd be the first 3 I listed. But I would want to have other shows where because my thing is, if I'm making it, if I'm getting up here, I'm playing bigger venues. One of my dreams is to be able to be playing a show at the Fillmore in Detroit and then start calling all my friends. Hey, you guys want to open?
Okay.
That's what I want. If I'm starting to get success, I want to see if I can pull people along with me. So I would call Devin Moultrip, who I went and saw tonight. I would call Iggy. I would call Faster Taxi. I would call Bobby Magurosi, who's in Nashville. He lives in Nashville now. He was the host of the first open mic I went to. He's the first musician that I met when I started going, and we became friends, and I missed the fuck out of him. And I would 100% love to have him to just pull him along like he did for me. Yeah, I'd have everybody I could. Kool-Aid Cam. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You guys.
Hey, take me with you.
Take me away.
Jesus Christ. All right, Chancellor, you got an unlimited budget. You can take 4 artists of your choice. Anybody along with you. Who you taking?
Eminem 3 times.
You're muted, bro. You got your mute on. One sec. I can't unmute you because you muted yourself.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
Jamiroquai.
Okay.
Show Leader 1. And Remark.
Okay. I feel that. Frankie, you with us?
Maybe Beck.
Beck, that'd be tight. That'd be sick. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Actually, fuck Beck. Cake.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Fuck
it's
that.
gonna have to be Beck without Johnny Depp.
Oh shit. Frankie, you with us? Frankie?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. You have an unlimited budget for a tour and can pick 4 artists to take with you.
Dylan, and Dylan.
What the Holy shit.
But no, who would I say? Like, this will probably never happen. But Jay-Z, I'll take Jay. I'll take Ye. I'll take Drake. I'm gonna find everybody that hate each other. And I'll take who's an oddball? And I'll take Snoop. Ha!
Oh shit.
You gotta have weed with the whole plan, man. You can't just fuck.
You got a whole
Like,
plan?
Damn.
Damn.
Blunt. Like, yeah, I need the gas.
I feel that. All right, Kadu, who you got? Who's your 4? You got an unlimited budget for tour. Who's your 4 that you're bringing with you?
I'm going to catch hate for one of them, and that's Five Finger Death Punch, just because the lyricism hits me in some of the songs, the older songs. Obviously, I got to go with M, just because like that was my growing up phase in music. Like when he was popular, Mom got into hip hop, and M50, DMX, everybody around that time is big influence.
Right.
I'd have to say Korn for sure.
That'd be sick.
And then the 4th one would be a hard decision to make. I would probably, if it was a full tour, I would switch it up for every show.
Right.
But if I had to pick one to do every show, I would probably say Mayday after I seen their performance up at Diesel. I would love to see what they could do on a bigger stage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen him live back in the day. It was weird seeing him in front of like less people. Cause I was on the Strange tour with like Tech and shit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird, like, damn, back in the day. But that was a whole big tour too. So
Eminem's
Chad, what
good
about you?
when you're growing up and you're kind of figuring out what your music taste is. After that, it's kind of like,
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, but if it's an unlimited budget, I
I'm
can pay
100%
him
kidding.
to only do his old shit and act like he was on stage then.
That's true.
I'm
Unlimited
100% kidding. Somebody said that shit to me about Linkin Park. They're like, yeah, Linkin Park's good when you're trying to figure out what you like.
What?
Yeah.
Tell that guy to
Like, what
meet
does
me
that
in an
even
alley.
mean?
Smack him upside the head.
I'm gonna smack my bitch up.
Chad, who you got?
My
Who you got for
bitch
your- Unlimited budget. Who you got for your 4 that you're touring with?
Sorry.
It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one, but the first 2 are going to have to be Boris Brejcha and Hajo from Portugal.
Hell yeah.
Boris.
And then I am gonna say Rammstein.
Oh shit!
Just for the sheer stage performance. I mean, I love their music too, but there's nobody touches their stage show.
Right.
That's what Rammstein is. And then the fourth one, I would have to. Man, it's tough. I would have to say probably Guns N' Roses, just for old time's sake.
I feel that.
Not Guns N' Roses today. Guns N' Roses from the early 2000s.
Right.
Late 90s.
Before the voice sounded, yeah. We've heard the voice.
Yes.
I would want. I would want Slipknot to open for me, because that way when they're done, everybody's like, okay, yeah, show's over. They leave. I get to play to an empty Fillmore.
Oh,
and I don't have to worry about disappointing anybody or anything. I still get paid.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. But
yeah. And then Rammstein can come on. Everybody filters back in. Oh, it's still a cool stage show. And then they're like, who the fuck is Jacob?
No, on a serious note, though, if you guys can go catch a Slipknot show, I mean, even if you don't like the music, the show itself is worth going to.
I was mildly disappointed when I saw them, but that had more to do with it being at the Kobo there and having some really mess seats, and the whole fucking Sonic stage was off where I was sitting. It was.
Oh shit!
See,
they're not.
The only thing I've heard about a Slipknot performance was bad, because my mom seen them at their first Ozfest, and fucking when they were first coming up, they fucking encouraged a fight going on so bad the dude ended up dying in the hospital.
Damn.
So
it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
They've mellowed out and they like stick up for their crowd and shit a lot now. But back then they were playing the gimmick hard as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, another really good band to go see, like if you're in the rock and metal stuff, for a bunch of old dudes, these guys still put on a hell of a show, is Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Never heard that.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, I mean they're
I'd love to have Rob Zombie on it too.
Rob Zombie, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be
actually
sick.
Rob Zombie life sucks ass.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
No, really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No shit.
He is a phenomenal studio musician. Not live, forget it.
Dude, as much as I would love to have Deftones on my tour, most of the live footage I've seen of them is garbage.
No shit.
They do not sound like they practice very well.
That's never good.
It's pitchy. Chino's vocals are awful. The groove sounds weird. The main thing is it's never recorded well. It always sounds like shit.
Right. It makes you wonder if that's just kind of like the live show, though, too.
Right. And Chino's vocals are always pitchy.
Right.
Which sucks.
You know, though, there are certain labels out there that will take down all the good recordings, the good live recordings, and keep the shitty ones up, hoping that you will go buy the actual album.
No shit.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that either.
It's marketing, man.
Hell yeah. One sec. Let me Chancellor just send me a video real quick. I gotta go to my
1 sec.
I'm gonna share my 4 with y'all too. My 4 are kind of interesting. I got Eminem, obviously, big influence coming up. I obviously was in that age range of people. Tyler the Creator. I don't know if you guys have ever checked out a Tyler show, but that dude is fucking phenomenal live. I'm a big fan of his music too, just because like there's a lot of creativity behind it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah. So what? Ludacris. I've always wanted to do something with Ludacris. That'd be fucking awesome because I'm gonna say the name, and the hip hop community will probably hate me present day for it. But I would want the old school before he went mainstream with fucking Rihanna and all that shit. I want the old school fucking street T.I. on that motherfucker. I don't know if you guys knew T.I. before he went and did that fucking mainstream ass album, but that old T.I. was dope as fuck.
That was the only T.I. I knew. I missed the mainstream shit. That was when I got out of the hip hop rap scene shit.
Yeah. Like the What You Know About That and fucking, I mean, he was always sort of mainstream, but not like he went straight fucking pop. Like
definitely.
But Jake, you're out. Chad, you're out.
Yes.
You guys out?
I am. I don't know about Jake, but
Jake on some bullshit.
I got plenty to do tomorrow.
What kind of bullshit am I on?
Where you trying to go? Chad, where the fuck you going? You kidnapped. Where the fuck is you going, Chad? You kidnapped.
Actually, my kids are upstairs.
Hey, I will squeeze the fuck out of your colostomy bag. It filter all type of air in your shit.
I will snip your hover-rounds power cables.
Keep an eye out for Backwoods Studios colostomy bags. I'm out.
I'm weak.
That's
Each
funny.
colostomy bag comes with a pound of weed.
Look, inside the bag, the bag out.
On that note, we'll save the music video review for next week. I'm gonna have another organized show next week. Tonight went fucking smoother than
Cody on bullshit.
Huh?
Yo, you wait. Yo, you want some bullshit, man? Fuck. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
Where
you
you
on some
headed off
bullshit.
to? Goddamn. Yeah, you want some bullshit, man.
You
Shit.
tie your shoes together.
You gonna tie my shoes together? I'm gonna tie your hair to mine. Jesus Christ, what the fuck, man?
I'm weak. He's about to tie your hair
He
to
could
mine.
tie his
I
fucking
will
hair
braid
together, then
your
try
hair
and
to
throw him
mine. Come
upstairs.
at me.
He said, I will braid your hair to mine.
Hold up. We're gonna share a hairdo. What up? Pull up. Come on.
Share
We're
dude.
going to the barber, bitch.
It's a share dude.
It's a hairdo.
Hey, Chad, like, what the fuck are you guys doing right now? What is a share dude?
Dude,
There's
we
not.
live together. I'm upstairs. Chad's downstairs. We're gonna go in the back room and
Oh, you're the kid.
I'm the kid. I'm not the kid. That's not real.
Hey, Cody, put his fucking
My
camera
name is
above his camera.
Kid.
Do what?
So he's really up. Put his camera over Chad's camera, so he's really upstairs.
Like that.
Brilliant.
He looked up like, "What the? Stop making all that goddamn noise!"
Chad.
Getting the fucking broomstick and start beating the ceiling.
Lighthouse.
Chill out that goddamn beatboxing.
That's funny.
Yeah, we're gonna do our final send-offs for tonight. Frankie, I'm gonna get a hold of you tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be out there in the morning, so I will hit you up. What up?
Yo, fucking Frankie's
not
on
sure. I
some
plan on leaving here like
bullshit,
9:30.
man.
Okay.
Frankie on some bullshit.
Hey, throw up Jake big back picture.
I got it up no
My
more.
big back picture. I'm beefy. I'm a beefy boy.
Ready in front. Ready in front.
Wait. am trying for it, dude.
My
I'm
boy looked
trying.
like
I don't
the
see
most
it.
luxurious grizzly bear ever. Look.
Oh, shit.
Why your back so thick, cuz?
Never stop, never settle. I got honey all in my
In the field.
Why's my back so big?
Why? It looked like you was just doing all push-ups.
Dude, Frankie's on some bullshit. Bro, I'm dead, bro. I'm fucking dead. This Ohio motherfucker stole your glizzy, dog.
Man, I'm dead. Where's the glizzy picture, Cody? Come on. Classic
I'm
glizzy.
looking. I had to take all these down to save some space. One sec.
This is the most I ever beef with anybody.
Hey, dude swallowed a hot dog. Dude inhaled a hot dog through his esophagus.
I tell you
Look
what,
at his eyes.
we get-
He's looking at the light.
See, that's what you call hoovering a glizzy.
We gotta
God was
get
like, chill out, bro.
we gotta get him hot dog earrings.
Hot dog earrings.
Yeah,
I'm weak as fuck. I see
No,
this
we're gonna
hot
sign off
dog
for the
bowl
night.
as shit. I'm gonna get
We're gonna
it.
sign
Gotta
off
get
for the
these
night. It's been
footlongs.
the Cody Live podcast. And before we go, I am going to throw some shit up real quick. Tomorrow we got this event, which Mr. High is going to bed at 2. Fucking get ready for. Let's see here. Got this event here. If you're in the Hillsdale area, check it out. 55 below. Doors at 8. Music at 9. I'm gonna try to make it out. I'm gonna see what I can do for you guys. Come
I'm not
support.
out there, but I'm gonna come kill that shit.
Yes, sir.
Beatboxing through his ass on the patio.
Then if you're on the other side, like 50 minutes away, if you guys are like 50 minutes away, I'll be a special guest DJ on the Agatha Hag Odious One show with Beatbox Jake. He's going to be there. I will not be performing, but I will be doing a little
Nobody's gonna
DJ.
be tired at the end of the weekend.
What you mean?
I'll be bringing my guitar and bringing the shred.
I said Jake Styles gonna be tired from beatboxing through his ass on patios all weekend. His rectum is ruined. By Sunday, his rectum is gone.
We're signing off for the night. We will catch you guys next Friday, 10 o'clock. Hope to see you at the shows tomorrow. And yeah.
Never stop, never settle. I got honey all in my cup. I'm on top, I'm on a level, yeah. I'm trying to get to the back.